Howdy, folks. Seth here. So, we're coming with another classic episode 10. Long story short, Laz still tested positive for COVID, and since he's actually good now, but since we didn't have anyone slated to be on the show that week, it was going to be the Seth and Lucas show, and I was like, I can't carry 90% of this show. I'm just kidding, but we just thought it'd be better if we waited. Next week, we're not going to have a show either, just because it's a holiday here, a national holiday. People are off. People are going to be going away for the weekend. It's considered the last weekend, the official end of summer here in America. So episode 10, which probably is one of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite. First time Camilo came on, it was No-Show-Camilo at the time. The people didn't know, the Laz and Lucas didn't know he was going to be on. It was a little bit of a surprise. He brought champagne. It was just a really cool show. Back then it was just audio, so no video for that part. But you guys will see the beautiful pictures. Those of you listening, you'll be listening as is. But anyway, really appreciate everyone who's been tuning in. And hopefully you like probably my favorite episode out there. Boom. You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show. That's cool. Can you go ahead and unmute that, and we'll just freaking...
I'm not muting anything.
Not you, dork.
Duh,
fucker. Talking about Lucas. Fucking A. Hold on, where's my phone?
What's that sound? That's Seth.
You're an idiot. Yeah, you're really good at calling horses. That's basically all you're proving right now. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Because We Said So, officially episode 10. Bit of a milestone episode for us. Going through a few other things, but first I want to start with who we are. I am Seth over here in mic 1. That's Laz over there in mic 2.
Yo.
And we got Lucas, Research Lucas, in front of the research computer.
Hey, how's it going?
And we had Jackson, who was going to fill in today, but we were talking to him about getting his topic together. And a few days ago, I'm like, yo, pick your topic. Then 2 days ago, Laz and I are like, yo, what's up with your topic? And then last night, we're like, bro, your topic. And then finally today, like, 4 o'clock is like, here's my topic. What do you think about this? Like, bro, it's kind of late. We don't even have time to research it. So anyway, we pushed that off. But it being the 10th episode, you guys don't know this, but I got all the names in a hat, and we're going to draw from the hat and find out who's going to be getting the Year of Week magazine, which is awesome. We're also going to be talking about the cyber attack that hit East U.S. and also hit Europe pretty hard, hit the Eastern U.S. pretty hard, knocked out PayPal, knocked out Amazon, knocked out SoundCloud, which I use quite a bit. Netflix, yeah, seriously. And I actually noticed it because I was trying to get on SoundCloud and I couldn't do it. And I thought it was one of the things where maybe SoundCloud was out, but then I find out there's a whole bunch of shit that was out.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what's up. We are going to cover the fact that Lucas made a pretty big boo-boo last week when he was talking about Beer Ireland, and it's actually Beer United Kingdom.
And I will have to deeply apologize for all of Ireland and the one listen we do have in Dublin, Ireland.
Because Ireland listened to that episode officially.
Wow. That one, yes.
We were wondering, like, oh God, he just borderline punked Ireland like a dickhead. And inadvertently, mistakenly. And we were like, all right, well, maybe they won't listen, but unfortunately...
What was that, 2 days ago that they listened?
No, they actually listened almost right off the bat, as a matter of fact. And since we're on the shout-outs, a little shout-out to Jamaica. We got our first listen to Jamaica, man.
Sweet.
Yeah, totally. Do you know anyone in Jamaica?
No plan. I don't know anybody from Jamaica.
All right. Your accent's a little bit better than mine. I'm not even going to try. So, but yeah, we got listened to Jamaica, which is pretty awesome. I'm pretty stoked about that. And yeah, Ireland seems to be our most listened to from country, however you want to put it. We have the most episode listens from Ireland. We have more listens from other countries, but they kind of span a couple different episodes, and Ireland definitely has the most episodes when you go country from country. Any thoughts out there? Any shout outs?
Seth.
Hey.
Who is this motherfucker?
You got. So listen.
Is this room 2B?
Look who is in the building.
All right, this is a surprise. I didn't tell everyone.
What?
Put the glasses here and have a seat behind that mic so people can hear what you're saying. No-Show-Camilo. I did a little special thing. We were working tonight. I was like, bro, are you working? He's like, I'll get off pretty soon. I was like, bro, 10th anniversary, 10th episode. You got to come in How about talking?
Hello.
There you go. Damn.
Oh.
Hey, you like that? All right. So the only thing is you got to make sure your nose is touching that pop filter right there.
The little pink thing
The
that
little
you have
black
on top
cock.
of
It's
it.
not pink. It's pink when
pinkish.
she's here.
It's
That's for sure.
pinkish. It's pinkish with a little.
What are you
tip.
talking about?
That's
She
kinda
is
weird,
here.
but okay. That's
Lucas
what
got
it
it.
is. Let's
You
go.
deserve that. You deserve that. All right. I'm going to open the champagne.
All
and,
right.
any shout outs though? Anyone?
Seth, we're gonna shout out to you, bro.
All right.
You you care about this so much, and you do so much. I don't think anybody else knows how much he actually cares about the podcast. He's always poking us up and like, when are you gonna come? When are you gonna be here?
Well, that's the whole point about people just being like, whatever, and then this guy is just bringing something up, and then all of a sudden, things start happening. They're like, oh, okay, things happen.
Yeah. Well, you guys know I'm not really one to just talk about doing shit.
Yeah, no, and you're humble about this, but you know how you are usually. But like, but like, no,
This is what breaks you apart.
he's not coming around like, yo, this is my podcast. I'm doing this now. It's all me, haha. Like, but like literally, he's one like orchestrating everything and taking care of all this stuff. Like for a 10th episode, he's on it. He cares about it. It's he has a passion for it. So
Well, and I do actually, since we're on that, I want to thank all the people that have especially because Laz, I was like, hey, I'm going to do a podcast and I want you to be the co-host. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, go
You
last,
know?
go last.
So, and you just jumped on it.
yeah, he was like, yo, he was like 4 days. We're starting. I'm like, all right, I'm in. Like,
Lucas,
good.
would you like to give everyone a little champagne here? By the way, we're drinking Tatange. For those of you who speak American English, it's Tattinger. But anyway, yeah, little champagne. Also, definitely want to thank Daniel, who's been really kicking ass. He's been coming here taking photos, even when he's not like on the show.
So where is he now?
We're actually doing a photo shoot with him on Tuesday. We're gonna do some professional pictures for our podcast. So he's been emailing all of us all day, or not emailing, but texting us all day, back and forth. Lucas, do you have a suit? And we need to get a whiskey decanter. And we're just kind of putting everything together, poker chips, all that neat shit.
All right, cheers to that. Go Squiddy.
Yeah, totally. Go Squiddy.
Clink, clink.
Link. I can't see Losner from here.
Yeah, you can't see. Yeah,
Nobody's allowed to
I
see
have
me
sound
while I work.
barriers up.
I gotta see this guy.
All right, I'm gonna walk over. Hold up.
Yep.
I'll join you on mic 3 for a quick little cheers.
He's just touching the pink thing that he put over here,
pink,
whatever it was.
He just came to
When
touch your
freaking-
fucking dick.
He didn't really go cheer with me. He just wanted to touch the pink thing.
You guys are crap. Since we're Menon, I want to thank Menon. I want to thank Jackson. I want to thank Ricky. Ricky's been great, for sure. So, but
Pumpkin,
man,
Chef Portali.
sure, you can thank Chef Portali.
That's Alfred. That's Jackson, by the way. That's how we call each other.
Oh, really?
Long story.
All right, fair enough. So, Lucas, you have something in front of you. That
Yes, it
ostensibly
is.
is for me. It's wrapped up. It definitely looks like an alcohol bottle of some sort.
Yes, it
So
is.
we're already off to a great start. My
It is.
birthday, Lucas's birthday was last week, and I just ran into the mic. That's my fault.
Happy birthday, Lucas.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
mine is on Monday. So
And this is for you and also for the podcast.
okay.
I saw it in the
Oh,
store.
dude, look at this! It's one of those woo,
Yes. I saw it and I couldn't help but think of you.
arrogant bastard ale.
Read the back. Read the back.
It's a picture of you in the back.
Hold on. All right, I'll read it. Hold on. Let me get some light over here.
Drinking some
Arrogant
Tattinger.
bastard ale. Hold on. This is an aggressive beer. You probably won't like it. It is quite doubtful that you have had the taste or sophistication to be able to appreciate the ale in this quality and depth. We would suggest that you stick to the safer, more familiar territory. Maybe something with a multi-million-dollar campaign aimed at convincing you it's made in a little brewery, or one that implies that their taste, fizzy yellow beer will give you more sex appeal. Perhaps you think multi-million-dollar ad campaigns make a beer taste better. Perhaps you're mouthing your words as you read this. Well, as a matter of fact, I am.
Tremendous.
So, all right. Can we put this in the... How
Your
cold
liver.
is
Just
that?
put it in your liver.
I just
man.
grab that out of the fridge.
So put that in the fridge, and then when this bottle's over, we'll open that up for the second
I
segment.
mean, I can
Okay.
help you kill that bottle first, so we can. Do
Oh,
that.
the champagne?
Yeah, the Tattinger.
The Tatange.
Tatange.
Unfortunately, Lucas, because you're the most mobile, you're going to be the one to... I haven't even tasted it yet. Hold on, let me try this Tatange. It was either this or Vouv, and Really? Like Voov? Really?
Fuck Voov.
Seriously?
Just gotta say, in your mic booth, there's actually 2 coasters.
yeah, I
There's
have
Yeah,
two coasters.
that's for you.
Yeah, it's for you, bro.
No, I know, but what about you? So I got 2 coasters. Can you just open that beer and then we just kind of
there's
like
plenty
have
of
We
a-
gotta finish the
There's
champagne,
plenty
bro.
of
Dude,
things
don't
around.
worry about finishing the champagne. We'll finish the
Of course, you
champagne.
can we put that in the fridge, please,
Yes.
Lucas, so this guy will stop looking at my arrogant bastard ale. Only an
Get him.
arrogant bastard.
I can't
will
look at my
birthday beer.
I can't look at my arrogant bastard friend on the other side.
Get
either,
him a
because-
shot in the beer.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him fuck for a
Oh,
long
you're not
time.
seeing me the whole podcast, so
I'm
you're-
glad.
we can give him a
suck it
shot.
up.
Yeah,
Definitely.
give him a shot in the beer.
By the way, does anybody have beef this week? Anybody?
Not that beer. Not that beer. Oh yeah, well, there's beef.
No, you have beef?
What's beef?
All right. So it's the you didn't that's right, you haven't listened to last week's episode yet. It is the hottest new segment being featured on Because We Said So. It's called I Got Beef. So please, Laz, you've got beef. Take
Yeah,
it
we
away.
got this piece of shit that we work with. That not we don't work with him, but I work with him. That
Okay.
he decides to just call out randomly or just not show up for shifts and puts everybody's I can't say his name obviously.
Oh, is that the situation we're dealing with next week?
It's some other dude that works with us, and he works with me at where I work, and he supposed to come in at like 5:30 in the morning, and he just didn't show up this morning. And one of the people that has this position is out of town as well, and he just fucks up the whole vibe and the whole flow of the whole department that I work in, and it just sucks because everybody has to pick up the slack, and it's not.
And you
cool.
can't get rid of him probably because
We can't get rid of him because like it's
union situation.
No, it's not a union situation. It's that there's
HR.
there's not enough staff to get rid of him. And I would tell my manager, I'm like, you need to hire like 4 or 5 more people, like 2 or 3 more people will make it happen.
Listen, man, you get rid of that guy, and then everybody will be like, "Holy shit, we don't need anybody else."
No, we get rid of that guy, then that means whoever else works has to work like 16 to 20 hours
then
a day.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Well, that's.
do it.
I mean, I have to agree with Camilo. Get rid of this guy. Everyone will have at least a little bit more happiness, and then you can start moving in the right direction. Let me ask you this: why don't you get everyone together and say, "Hey, you guys want to work a little extra for a couple weeks to get rid of this bitch?"
Yeah, good luck with that. Sir.
It's not happening.
I mean, if we worked at Joe's, where like it's a serious pool house, that like you come in new and you suck, you're out.
Yeah.
but,
Here's the thing:
but no.
you both are working in positions where it's Seth. You work with one other person. Camilo, you work with 3 other people.
I work with 5 other people.
5 other people.
Yeah.
So if 2 of those people are missing, you're working 7 days basically, opening, closing, stuff like that.
Going around and pour champagne.
Yeah, but it's a pool house, man. That's
Yeah,
what you do.
and then with Seth, when your counterpart has to go on vacation or something like that, you're in. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing. There's nothing you can do. It's you're basically fucked when this person is missing.
Why do you have to curse so much?
I don't curse that
Situation
much,
cursing.
but Seth edits out anyway.
No, I don't. I stopped doing it because honestly,
It was just way too much.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
too
That's
much.
what
I
I'm
got
saying.
rid of that shit.
Exactly. There you go.
well,
here
I
I
started,
am holding myself. Okay, let me just.
I
Pretend
started the podcast. I wanted to be kind of clean, and then I realized there's no way because even then we'd have to get out the dicks and the shits and I was like, all right, so I'm just gonna take out the fucks.
And then what about when you say grab him by the pussy?
Well, I don't say that.
No, that's just locker room
But if you
talk.
there you
It's
go.
okay.
Locker,
See,
Locker
then
room
it's,
talk.
then it's okay.
it's okay. Yeah.
Manon's not here, so it's technically it's officially locker room talk.
But if you have a picture of a little pussycat and just grabbing it by it, and then you grab him by the
That's
pussy.
fine. You
That's
grab him
true.
by the pussy.
Just like what was it, Private Parts?
It's like when you watch Brickleberry and they blur the cartoon, like when it's showing boobs. Like, what does that make any freaking sense?
Oh, look
Like,
at you! You're fucking here today. Finally,
Why-
fuck
why-
you.
why
man.
are you
I'm
cursing
amazing.
so
yeah,
much?
can you see why I wanted this bitch?
Yeah.
Well, he
as well.
can't see me actually, so he can't
I
see
don't
why.
even want to see him anyway.
Yeah, right?
Shit.
So really quickly, I do have a really interesting update, and it's a pesticide update, which kind of goes into the bees. And I got this from Anonymous, their website online. I get some of their alerts and stuff like that. It's talking about this guy who managed to find name is Paul Stamets, Stamets, and he is a mushroom guru. He's considered like one of the world renowned experts in mushrooms, and he's actually has a TED talk, which is interesting. It's like 8 ways mushrooms can save the world, which I wish I had time to watch beforehand, but I found this article yesterday, and just really interesting. He has an interesting way of battling insects, and it's with using fungus. He was in his house, and there are carpenter ants that were eating this fungus in his house, and he was already a mushroom expert and already had mushroom stuff going on. But they're eating this, eating the wood and the fungus. So he's like, maybe I could get them to take a mushroom back to the hive, before it spores. Because once it spores, that's when the spores get into the ants or the insects and kill whatever, blah, 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 blah. So he's like, maybe I can do that. So he realized, or actually already knew, that insects, once they see the mushroom or the fungus, because our insects that eat that, the sporing, they just won't take it back to the nest, mainly ants. But so what he did was he got this fungus that they were eating, and he kept doing generations and generations and generations of growing them in a petri dish. And he always took the slowest ones that grew, regrew them, the slowest ones, until he got a version of this particular fungus to spore 2 days later than it normally would. And it's interesting because his daughter's the one who, Dad, look what happened. Put some of the fungus in this dish in the middle of the kitchen, went to bed. Daughter wakes up the next day, Dad, come look. They were taking, the ants. Sure enough, came in, took the shit, took it back. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, killed all of the ants. And he didn't have any more ants 2 weeks later, living ants in his house.
So let me ask you about those mushrooms that he built. Does he eat those mushrooms?
Well, yes.
Okay.
They did talk about the fact that he is also into the psychedelics of mushrooms as well.
Would that delay, when you eat the late mushrooms, would that delay your psychedelic
That's
mood?
Interesting. That'd be interesting.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, you could fuck somebody up with a salad or some shit like that.
Well, now that you mentioned
I think we've all thought about it.
Did you eat any mushrooms? Yeah, like 2 days ago.
One of my childhood friends, his dad was a philosophy professor.
Yeah.
And then he was 12, and there was a pasta with mushrooms, and he just went like chilling and just had some because Daddy cooked. And then Daddy yelled from the second floor, "Don't eat those mushrooms with pasta." And then for the next 6 hours, that poor 12-year-old kid was tripping balls.
That poor 12-year-old kid was probably having the greatest time of his life.
Well, no.
But this is the thing about mushrooms. You remember everything. No, he's like 30 right now, and he remembers exactly how he felt when he was tripping
How
at
did
12.
he feel?
Oh, he was just like sitting down in the couch and just try to figure out the world.
Yeah.
But you can see his face just open his eyes and just looks up and like, oh my God, my dad just kind of like screwed me on that one. But he did. The dad did tell him, "Don't eat those mushrooms."
So, Lucas, this is before you were born. We had talked about how we had beehives. We had beehives in New Jersey. We were living in Philadelphia. Our father, Lucas and my father, was working in a wood shop at a friend's house named Scott Muchler. And he's the one who introduced us to the beehives. But this guy was a huge and at the time, I was in like 3rd grade, 4th grade. I didn't realize it then, but now this guy was a mushroom freak. Mushroom books, mushrooms growing all over the yard, mushroom, paraphernalia, mushroom psychedelic images. So I would imagine he was pretty into the psychedelics as well. From what they're saying, is that this guy Paul Stamets, Stamets, has found ways, because there are certain mushrooms that also, when they spore, they put down an insecticide which pretty much coats the ground around them and keeps bugs from getting into their roots and killing him. So he has found ways to do insecticides which would completely negate needing these bioengineered Monsanto-based neonicotinoids. It would completely negate the use of them. And of course, these major companies have been saying he's a crackpot. He's dealing with mushrooms. Of course, he likes psychedelics, yada, yada, yada. But apparently this is the way to do it. And you can almost cater, because mushrooms have so many different types of genetic variants in the spores and this and that, you can almost tailor the type of attack you want to do. So you could have some that are safe for bees, bad for ants, or, safe for ants, bad for bees, yada, 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 which would take more research. But apparently this guy's starting to make some headway.
Well, and it would work.
Yeah,
apparently,
of course. Yeah. Big time. But the only problem is the FDA has their health benefits that he's been trying to put through anyway. But the FDA
where's the
won't
guy
allow
from?
him.
Where's he from?
I want to say, can you look this up? Paul Stamets, Stamets.
He needs to move to Holland, or he needs to move to Germany, where that particular research will probably be more available here. Because mushrooms here, we're battling with marijuana right now.
Pretty sure he's American. That's true though.
I mean, if he's got enough, like, do a crowd rise? Is that what you call it? Crowd rise?
Wait, what? Crowdfund?
Crowdfund.
Yeah, sure.
And they just get a couple of bucks. They're like, I'm moving to Amsterdam to change the mushroom thing. And then Amsterdam people were like, yeah.
Geez, so where does he live?
Residency, Shelton, Washington.
Okay, I was going to say Seattle, but okay.
Washington. Also, then the other coast. Oh, they're pretty progressive over there. There might be something that could work out for them.
Isn't weed, like, recreational in Washington? Is it Washington or is it Oregon? There's recreational weed.
I think both.
Both? Okay.
I mean, both of them would probably cross the border and be like, whatever.
I mean, this guy obviously is into psychedelics, but at the same time, there are other things. Not the FDA. The Environmental Protection Agency has come to him to ask him for ways, because he has proven that there is a mushroom compound you can use to soak up oil. There are mushrooms that eat petroleum. So they, for oil spills, they've tried to.
So what does he do for a living? What is his thing? Like
his thing, and he gets most of his funding. I had it written down here somewhere. I didn't save it because I didn't think it'd be.
I'm sure he's
but
probably
he gets his funding
professor.
from a mushroom cultivation company that sells mushroom growing kits and chanterelles and shiitakes and all those. But they also sell the kit, so you can grow them at home. You can buy this whole kit to learn how to grow it at home. So what the fuck was I going to say? I don't remember what I was going to say.
Horse shit.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's right.
You're
That's right.
horseshit.
You say
You're
horseshit.
horseshit.
I'm like, oh yeah, horseshit. No, but one of his arguments was you can grow this shit in shit. You know, like, and that's another advantage to the whole fungus thing. But I haven't seen it. There's a TED talk that he has. If you don't have
There's
hundreds,
YouTube.
well, you can
has-
do YouTube. All the TED talks on YouTube as well.
Yeah, everything is
So
on
Paul
YouTube.
Stamets, he apparently has a 24-minute talk about how mushrooms can save the world. I'm going to check it out. I didn't get to, but I definitely want to. And I feel like that's pretty much it for this first run. Anyone else have beef?
While we're on that, make sure we vote on the marijuana amendment on the.
Oh, by the way,
Marijuana, by the way.
Mike at work. Laz, you don't know Mike. Camila, you know Mike.
I might
You
know
don't-
Mike.
And Lucas, you don't, but he's in the fantasy with us. He voted. And I was almost one of those. I grabbed him by the coat. You know, I was like, "What did you vote on Amendment 1?" Like I literally stopped on a dime because I was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," and the bitch couldn't remember.
But it wasn't his.
Hold on, what?
It wasn't his focus.
He couldn't remember. He's like, I voted on the one that's good for the public. I was like, which one is that? That's important. He
I
could
remember
not-
who I
And
voted-
then when I told him which one was which, he's like, no, I voted for that one for sure. I'm like, no, you have no fucking clue.
Hey, we have 2 weeks to fucking
but
inform
But
these
he
people.
did vote yes on marijuana.
All right, there we go.
He did vote
All right.
yes on that. He remembered that one, didn't he? The solar power, now, fuck that. But marijuana, goddamn, I remember what I
I
voted
remember
on
number
that
one. I remember number 1 is no.
Vote no. Jesus. Lucas, go ahead.
Nah, never mind.
That's it?
Yeah.
No,
If people want to vote yes, it's a free country, guys.
You're not allowed to
You guys-
vote yes.
You can vote whatever you want.
No.
You can
Just-
vote whatever
just
you want.
Stick
but
to your vote, and then don't be like, I didn't know.
remember,
you need to know.
remember, we're
You need
unbiased.
to know.
We're unbiased.
We're unbiased unless we're getting fucked. Vote
Yeah.
no on Amendment 1.
Heard that.
Remember Brexit.
Yeah, remember Brexit? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Damn, dude, that's a whole mess and a half. Anyway, so I do have one closing little segment here. My Uncle Mike back at home. You know Uncle Mike? You remember Uncle Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Me
his
too.
there you
Everybody has an Uncle Mike.
go. Don't they all?
I'm Colombian. I don't have a
Everyone knows a Mike.
Uncle
though. You know
Miguel?
a Mike.
Miguel, maybe,
There you go.
but I don't. Oh, actually, I want to retrace back, maybe.
But anyway, his dog of many, many, many years passed away. Saber. He was a really, really cool dog, really friendly dog. The big Rottweiler too. But it's just a really, really awesome, cool, like chill dog, and we feel for him. Had to put him to sleep. But I just want to say, send our thoughts and prayers out to Uncle Mike up there and Saber and everyone else for that matter. All right, I think that's right on it. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come right back in. I'm gonna learn how to talk. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna
When?
come. Yeah, right.
Is the Tattinger.
Tattinger.
Yeah, Tattinger. Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break and come back and jump into the cyber attack. Thank you very much. Boom.
What about when I touch the little pink thing on my nose? It's like, is that bothering
It's
you?
not pink, you piece of crap.
He's white, not pink.
Yeah, seriously.
You can put his dick in your mouth anytime you want.
For realsies.
This is being recorded.
Your mom says, go ahead.
Yeah.
Your mom says, because my dick is in her mouth.
I guess, any robot chicken? No? Anyone? No?
Or
All right, so I'm going in on the beer.
No, I never seen Robot Chicken in my life.
Yeah,
What?
right. You're a freaking Adult Swim junkie.
Never seen it.
well, I thought you might like the beer since you
Yeah, the
have
beer's good.
since you have specific tastes.
Well, I have to say my palate is sophisticated. Is that what it says? Sophisticated enough? Where's the bottle?
It's called.
It's called
This douchey
Arrogant
moment brought to you by
Bastards.
Seth.
called
Where
Surf.
is it? Sophistication. Yep, my palate is definitely sophisticated enough for this beer. This
Mr.
douchey moment brought to you
Mr.
by Arrogant Bastard Beer. Is that what it is? Arrogant Bastard?
Yes,
Mr.
I believe it's a
Sophisticated.
stone.
Let's get a
Arrogant
case.
Bastard Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's get a
isn't
case
that
from
stone?
Arrogant Bastard.
Because it came up.
It looks like stone. Definitely has
Yeah.
a gargoyle on it. There's a.
Yeah, let
I'll
me-
get a case of this. That'd be cool.
This
That would be cool.
program brought to you by
Hold on,
Arrogant Bastard.
By Seth.
The beer or Seth himself?
No Seth. The beer.
Fair enough.
Seth has no beer.
Boom. 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 All right, so we're gonna jump into this cyber attack. I would imagine most people had heard about it by now. Did anyone? By the way, we asked this Laz. Did you hear about this before I mentioned it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Lucas, same
For
thing.
the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, first time ever.
Yeah.
And Camilo, had you didn't hear about the hack?
Well,
did you?
this is my first time in the podcast because nobody's invited me here.
No,
so
but you're an
this
idiot.
Oh,
is,
yeah.
this is,
Oh.
this is,
No one's invited
this
you?
is just the first time I actually listened
Especially
to all
with
this.
that attitude.
What an asshole.
But did you hear about the cyber attack beforehand?
Well, I hear about cyber attacks all
That's true.
all
Fair
day
enough. Yeah.
with the media.
But did you hear about like the cyber attack? PayPal, Amazon.
Yeah,
Actually, I have the list here:
None of
Twitter,
it.
Netflix, and I got. I'm citing a lot of different sources, but this list I got from Anonymous. Twitter, Netflix, Amazon, SoundCloud, Spotify, ActBlue. I'm not familiar with them. Basecamp is a production software, I guess you could say. Big Cartel, which sells stuff. Box, CNN, Etsy, which sells a lot of arts and crafts. In fact, Billy Freeze, a friend of ours who listens to the podcast
Yeah.
quite a bit, he has a lot of stuff on Etsy.
How many sites?
I don't know how many, but all the big ones, Business Insider, Cleveland.com, which I assume is the city.
Just think about the fact that Netflix got shut down for 3 hours.
Netflix, Amazon, PayPal.
Yeah, that's big. I
Because-
mean,
because-
PayPal? They lost like $100 million.
I'm sure your significant other is like, all right, Netflix is out. I'm gonna go to Amazon. Oh shit, Amazon's out. Well, I'm gonna go to eBay. Oh shit, eBay.
Totally.
So I guess we're gonna talk. What the hell you mean by talking? You know,
No, fuck that. We have
where
Xbox.
has this guy
what
been?
is,
with
yeah.
this
what is
talk?
going on?
Yeah, we have on demand. People have on demand at home. You have on
Oh,
demand.
I have your Netflix account, listeners.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know that. You don't have my Netflix account.
No, I
know
don't.
what you're
No, I
talking
don't.
about.
No,
We're
I
not
don't.
allowed to
No,
do
I
that
don't.
type of
Oh, we're
stuff.
not allowed.
I have one friend who's had my
I know.
Netflix account for like 10 years, and every once in a while I'll sign on. It's like, no, I don't want to watch Barbie and the Rockers. Why would you suggest that crap?
I have like 6 people that are on my Netflix account.
5.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
you know it's a federal crime for you to share your password if they're not assigned to your.
No,
They're
every-
not- I don't. What happens?
Federal
what-
crime, really?
When I
Yeah.
change my password, I don't have to tell them I changed my password. They ask me, "Do you want to let them know that you have to have a new password?" And
Let who know?
Whoever shares mine.
Oh, I see.
So like,
Oh, so you have like official shared people.
yeah. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's
Me,
like
not so much.
Camilo's good. I have my little brother, my daughter, and that's it. Like pretty much, and it's like whatever devices I have.
And then
Elena still has my Hulu and my HBO.
who?
The
Yeah,
wife.
right? The wife.
Can we not edit that?
Don't worry, we're not editing.
No,
that.
if it's funny enough, I have to edit. I have to leave it in if it's funny enough. So anyway, moving on. So what's interesting, here's a little backstory on the entire hack before it happened. KrebsOnSecurity.com, which is KREBS on security.
How do you say Krebs?
Krebs. Apparently, they're a major security firm, but on October 16th, they had received an attack and said the source code. Actually, no, on October 16th, they released an article about their attack saying the source code that powers the Internet of Things botnet responsible for launching the historically large distributed denial of service attack, which is a DDoS, against Krebs on Security last month has been publicly released. So what happened was the security company got attacked by this specific software, which we will get into very, very shortly. And they found out recently that the exact thing that hit them, which is MIRAI, it's called Mirai, which is a Trojan, that hit them was released for free online on a English language hacking community called Hack Forums. This was a Anna Senpai, SENPAI. ANNA. I don't know if that's a real name or whatever. Obviously, I would imagine it's an alias of sorts. But he's the guy who wrote the code for Mirai, MIRAI. And he basically released it because, quote unquote, when I first got into actually, I'll read it the way he wrote it. When I first go in DDoS industry, which is distributed denial of service industry, I wasn't planning on staying in it long. I made my money. There's lots of eyes looking at IoT now, so it's time to GTFO. GTFO. So today I have an amazing release for you. Exactly.
Thank you, Lawson.
Mirai.
Thank you.
Yeah, really.
I don't mind.
Yeah. I usually pull max 330,000 bots from Telnet alone. However, after Kreb, DDoS ISP has been slowly shutting down and cleaning up their act. Today, max pull is about 300,000 bots and dropping. So basically what happened is, and I don't know if you guys know, distributed denial of service is basically when a whole shitload of different companies decide to, or different computers decide to attack one site at once. And I'll get into the numbers on that because I have some really interesting numbers on that. But he wrote this software and to make a little bit of money. But now that these DDoS attacks are starting to become more mainstream, he's like, I got to get the hell out of here because they're starting to like crack down on us. So here it is. Here's for free. Anyone who use it can use it. And this was the 16th that Krebs on Security released this particular article, and they released it because like this is the shit that attacked us. And when they got attacked, they actually had a service, which we'll get into at the end of this, that protects you from these type of attacks, which I didn't even realize. But this was on October 16th. They're like, by the way, the shit that just attacked us is for free online. We wouldn't be surprised if this gets available anywhere, everywhere. And sure enough, it goes in and it gets into your system through phishing. Do you guys know what phishing is? Yes, no?
Obviously, yeah. Of
Yeah?
course,
Yeah.
The real phishing or the online phishing?
You know what?
Fuck you.
Since you
That's why you're not
asked-
here.
No, I'm asking.
Since you asked, could you please give us a really nice explanation on real phishing? Go
Real
for it.
fishing is you put stuff in the water and just wait
Stuff?
with a worm.
A worm?
And you
Okay.
Yeah,
just
he's talking
wait.
about putting his worm in the water.
Oh,
It's
Lucas is here.
It's happened. It's happened.
It has happened.
And it has worked.
Did you catch anything? Who's the lucky guy?
It has worked.
So anyway, phishing is essentially where they send you an email, or let's say you go to a porn site and all you have to do is click this link, click this tab, click this button.
What do you mean, pop-ups?
It could be pop-up anything.
I've never been a porn site, so I don't know exactly
It could be,
how it
in
works.
fact, there are major companies that have been hacked simply by dropping a USB
Thank you,
stick
lads.
like in the campus or in the field or in the parking lot of one of these major companies. Some dickhead picks it up, it's like, hey, wonder what's on here. And they plug it into their fucking computer at work, and all of a sudden they're in. But basically it's phishing. So as soon as you click on it, as soon as you install it, it is in your network. But what's interesting about this stuff is it allows devices that normally aren't really made to communicate with each other to allow it to do so. It's called a GRE, a generic routing encapsulation. It was developed by Cisco Systems, and basically they designed it to allow things to communicate that normally wouldn't be able to.
What they said that they were using webcams and microphones to just using
webcams, microphones,
DVR
printers,
boxes.
Once you're in, you're in.
whatever
man.
whatever
It's
you
just-
don't
even
whatever
thermostats.
whatever you think is connected to your Wi-Fi or your internet at home that doesn't have a password is what they were
And it's
using
in.
to collect
They're in.
information, and they use all that information to just, what do you call it? DTS? What?
DDoS.
DDP? What?
Distributed Denial of
DTF?
Service. DDoS.
we should make a drink out of that.
DTF, really?
DP? What? No, it's
I'm
not shit.
DTF.
You're DD. You're
What?
DP.
I'm DTF.
You're DP. What?
I'm
Oh, is that-
LMNOP.
No,
DPTF.
You got DSLs, bitch.
yeah, but they basically.
So basically, what we got is it is called a DDoS, and the way it works, and I'm going to explain the entire query process. A DNS query, and it's called a DNS query, domain name system. And basically, a DNS query you can use in any one of your computers, any one of your devices. What it does is it hits a computer and says, we want X amount of information. We want X information. So DNS query is the process of a computer or network device making an inquiry to get an IP address or a DNS name, such as a w3.org or a .com or something like that. And what happens is they send it in, and a query is 44 bytes. And what happens is they go in and you query this computer, and the response can be anywhere from 100 bytes up to 4,000 bytes. So what happens is, let's say you have a computer that's a 1 megabyte stream computer, which is a really, really slow. But let's say you have a lousy 1 megabyte per second connection, which could be your printer, by the way. It could be your DVR. So you can do 2,840 44 byte queries per second. Every one of those queries has to return anywhere from 100 bytes to 4,000 bytes, which means that the response can be up to 93 megabytes per second from your lousy 1 megabyte per second connection. So let's say you multiply that by 10 or by 20 or by however, you're talking a lot of freaking information. And this attack was over a terabyte of information per second hitting this company. So the way it works is it's very, very easy to do. Any one of these little devices can hit this 44 bytes, not even kilobytes, 44 byte query and just completely flood these computers.
I mean, I wonder all these hackers that are listening to this, they're like, yeah. I mean, yeah,
pretty much.
Of course. Yeah. How else would you do it?
Well, what's interesting is, so they attacked Dyn, DYN, which is a internet middleman company. Essentially what these companies do, they're called DNS services. And what they do is, let's say because we said so, let's say we're amazing and we're being listened to all over the world.
Hold on, whoa. We are amazing.
Oh, look at
dude.
Damn, in stereo.
We're not even just
like
amazing.
3D
We're
sound.
fancy as hell because we're drinking beer out of wine glasses.
So we're drinking beer out of wine glasses, Tapanger. So let's say that we're getting tens of thousands of listens every week. And we have people listening in Australia. We have people listening in Iceland. We have people listening in all these corners of the world.
South Korea.
There you go. We actually, did we? No, not yet. Don't you think of all people we know? We will.
We might be a little scared if you have
especially with you all. Yeah, I know. You can always count on Lucas to count my fucking voice cracks.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so basically, what this company does is, let's say we have listens in South Korea, we have listens all these places. They have nodes there. So essentially, if South Korea wants to listen, instead of having to come all the way back to the fuck over here to get the query to download it, they already have nodes there, so they get an almost instant access to our thing. So that's kind of what these companies do. And what happened is, this company Dyn, DYN, who is headquartered in Manchester and New Hampshire, which is why the East Coast and Western Europe was affected the most. They were attacked. It lasted for almost 2 hours. What was interesting about this is that it shifted geographically. They literally had this attack on demand. They could attack one node, and then when they started to work on fixing that, they would move it to another node. And when they fixed that one, they would move it to Western Europe. And they could literally do this on demand. And Dyn's chief security officer, Kyle York, Y-O-R-K, said the sheer volume and consistency of these attacks was unprecedented. We run 18 data centers globally, and it was hitting all of them at different and unique times. The complexity of the attacks is what is making it so difficult for us. What they are actually doing is moving around the world with each attack. He said an East Coast data center was hit first, followed by attacks on an offshore target later, and then moved on. So this attack was extremely sophisticated. It attacked this one company, and look at all the damage it did.
I think the complexity of it is how simple it could actually be, because the fact that you showed like in this podcast just how you could actually do it, and then you realize how easy it is to be done for them.
Yeah.
For people that actually, this is what they're.
This software.
They're not trying to be like the bad guy. They're just trying to. I guarantee you, man. They're trying to.
We'll get into their motives.
They're trying to get a job.
I have their motives. It's interesting. Like I did some digging, and I have the motives, and these are all
we have had conventions of hackers at where we work, and then all of a sudden, when you start realizing that the hackers, because the name of it is hackers, because it's open now. They're young guys and girls. They're just sitting down. They have Sepultura T-shirts. They're just hanging out, figuring out, and all of a sudden they're realizing how smart and successful they can be. Meanwhile, they can finish Call of Duty and do everything else.
Pretty much.
Which I would like to do Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to.
You like to do Call? You mean play Call of Duty?
No, I like to do everyone that plays
Call of Duty.
I like to do.
You do alcohol?
I'll do Call of Duty.
What's crazy? What kind of sucks though is here in America, hackers are considered, I don't know, secondhand. I don't want to say secondhand citizens, but they're not really revered as much as they are in China and South Korea. Like hackers are like rock stars in these other countries, and that's the way they should be treated here. Yes, these hackers do things that can be considered detrimental and deleterious, but I mean, these people are what's going to fucking save us.
I think they're trying to find a job. I think they're trying to government. Like,
well, this guy who released this software,
he's releasing it for free, and then I would assume, that's only my personal opinion, I would assume government would approach them. They're like, oh, listen, this is what we do. But not only government would approach them, these other whatever side projects of somebody else trying to do something else would try to approach them, but then government always has the upper hand because they have all the
One of the
all the
reasons
money.
he was saying that he actually ended up releasing this software was because what happens is, and it's Mirai, M-I-R-A-I, keep bringing it up, but it's really interesting shit. But one of the reasons he released it is because when they finally crack it and when they finally find out, who did it and this and that, because it's going to be installed on so many computers, then it'll be really hard to pin it on just him. Because now it's everywhere, as opposed to you're the only one who has it. So
yeah,
it's kind of like
he's showing an example of this is how vulnerable
pretty much.
the world is.
Well, I mean, that's one of the motives that they had.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. So, but moving really quickly, technology experts. It's called Internet of Things, IoT. And Internet of Things is like we were talking about, thermostats, webcams, all the things.
Everything connected to your Wi-Fi.
Anything that's connected to the internet that doesn't really get used for internet. Essentially,
but it has data and it goes through whatever is going on in your Wi-Fi.
Through channels, it sends
is it
signals.
data or data?
Well, it could be either one.
Data. Don't be a dick.
It depends on if we're watching Star Trek, The Next Generation. Then it's definitely data. So the attack created a botnet, which is essentially a whole shitload of different computers or devices kind of working as one. They were able to direct their attack at will. But what's really, really crazy about this entire situation is most of the reason why these attacks are allowed to happen is because people didn't change their password.
Yes, exactly.
You buy any fucking router, the password's going to be password 123 or Wi-Fi 123. Yep.
And
if you don't change it, you're vulnerable.
There's companies that said you should have changed it, and then there's a company from China called
I gotta go, guys. I gotta change my passwords at home.
Yeah. I wish it was that simple. We'll get into it.
Get the duct tape.
Aximai from China.
Yep.
That they were calling all the devices that were able to be hacked.
10,000 webcams.
Yeah, and that's not only it. They had like
That's a name for a drink.
There you go.
Webcams, microphones, everything. Like they were calling everything to put more of a like not a password, but more of a firewall or something like that.
Sure.
To block it all, and that's the thing. I always change my passwords when random things happen.
Which country did that come out of?
China.
Yeah.
I mean,
imagine that.
Everything comes from China.
Yeah.
There's one thing.
Some stuff comes from South Korea. Good stuff.
There you go.
Like what? Technology that fucked us?
Japan. Actually, Japan's kind of fallen behind the technology.
Yeah, but they've kept up with the weird shit.
When Dr. Brown
Yeah.
when Dr. Brown finds the flaw in the time machine, he's like, no wonder this thing is made in Japan. And then Marty goes like, Doc,
Dr.
everything
Brown.
great, everything great.
Does anyone else know what he's talking about?
I think he's talking about Back to the Future.
Oh my God, Seth.
No,
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Marty. Damn, I suck so bad.
Dude, I was born after
too.
that movie, and I know about it.
Yeah, you were born.
I saw the original one in theaters.
You had that segment when you have beef on people. I have beef on Seth.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't know what Back to the
I
Future
suck.
is.
Bring it back. We didn't even bring
my
the beef.
goodness.
Nobody else had beef?
What we do now? Camilo has beef, apparently.
I got beef. Nobody invited me either.
Oh, his beef was that he didn't get invited.
Yeah, there you go.
And Dr. Brown.
Yeah, and Dr. Brown.
Yeah.
Well, what's crazy about, let's say, and Camila, you had mentioned, I'm going to go home and change my password. You can do that, but you'd have to change it on every device. But what's interesting is you can just reset your device and that'll wipe it. But the problem is, let's say you decided to reset your router, your printer has it. So your printer's going to just automatically install it. So the only way to do it would be, and we're talking about even like garage door openers. Having a garage door opener that does it too, because people sometimes will have their door open.
If you have a garage door, you most likely have two kids running around. So would you really have the time to actually change the garage door, the alarm? You gotta call ADT because ADT probably.
But then you would have to do software updates.
Yeah, software updates.
Your security device is coming.
I'm telling you, these guys are just trying to find a job, and I shout out to hackers in a most positive way. I
think hackers are great.
But at the end of the day, they're just trying to figure out how vulnerable things are. And
but that's the thing. You could use this stuff to get into people's security systems. You could use it. I mean, there are several. I mean, this one specifically is just meant to create these botnets that do these attacks.
These are brilliant people too. I'm not trying to say
they are brilliant.
Yeah, and then
but it'd be nice to find a better way to utilize their talent.
They're coming from
like
anything.
the NSA.
They're exposing their biggest talent, and they're exposing it to the highest bidder.
Do you have a wireless printer?
Yep.
Me?
Wireless, yep. I totally do.
And then how does it connect? Did you have to put a password to connect to your wireless printer?
I had to put my password into my printer so it can connect to my Wi-Fi. Yes.
That's why I don't understand. Like, when I connected my wireless printer, I didn't have to. I put my password in, but how can somebody else get to my printer?
Let me ask you something.
Or my camera.
Do you really remember when you actually linked up your printer to your stuff, to your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I had to go to my.
I don't.
I had to go to my router and press the button on my router, and then go to my printer that told me to do whatever I had to do to make sure it was safe. So I don't understand how all these cameras and microphones and DVRs are able to do what this huge thing to shut down.
It is all because of what I was talking about. Is this specific GRE, generic routing encapsulation, developed by Cisco Systems? It allows these devices to send packets of information and communicate with each other in a way that they wouldn't. And these devices, let's say my webcam is in my computer, but let's just say my webcam is infected or whatever. It'll just sit there and wait for these people to say, okay, this is where we want you to attack. Let's do it now. Casey Ellis, CEO of Bug Crowd, actually, BUGCROWD.
Bug.
A San Francisco-based computer security service said IoT security, Internet of Things, has been horribly flawed ever since it first became a thing, largely because of the pace that new products have to go to market, the fact that designing security is seen by vendors as slowing things down. So, I mean, it's one of those things where they just don't want to spend the money to put in the security, but it's getting to the point that they don't have a choice.
But damn, like you're
that's the point.
Like
that's,
you just
that's
said,
the point.
You
That's the
don't have a
point.
choice.
Yeah.
You're talking about people that are the manufacturers, but you're at home. When you plug in your, like you said, your camera to your computer, your Wi-Fi or router is not going to just go and grab information from your camera without going through all the proper channels and the passwords.
How do you know that? Do you know the program behind the actual thing that's behind?
At the end of the day, everything connecting to your computer or connected to what you have is going through a password to get into your Wi-Fi.
But it doesn't make that's the point. You're missing the point. It's phishing. You click something on your email, you're in.
You're in.
You're already in the Wi-Fi. Your computer already has the password to communicate.
There's still people putting money to the Sultan of Nigeria that needs $250,000, and all he needs from you is a contribution of $100, and you get that. That shit happened when internet
Who
opened.
the fuck is clicking that shit?
Because people are stupid.
Grandpa and grandma might be
Same
doing
people
these
that drill
things,
into their
man.
fucking iPhone thinking they can put a headphone jack in there.
No, it's
You know what? I don't feel bad
it
for
does
those
happen.
people.
It does happen. Well,
Exactly.
You do have to feel bad for them because they have no idea. They have no understanding of how naive they are and how smarter the rest of the world is, which they're not, but they just realize how easy it is to destroy the naive.
So if you want your voice to have some manliness, you need to be closer to the
It's
mic.
just that pink thing on my nose that's really bothering me when I
No, it's
Can
not
you
the
get,
pink thing,
can you
it's
get
the
your
black
dick
thing.
off
That's
his fucking face, Seth? Fuck.
It reaches from here. That's for fucking sure.
Nobody else can see that.
No
except
wonder.
In
me.
fact, you're standing on it. So
I have a scent of arrogant bastard every time I touch the microphone.
pretty much.
You don't have to delete that.
That sounds fair. No.
No, delete.
Anything. I don't give a fuck.
So anyway, really quickly moving on. They can't really point to any specific country, but this group called the New World Hackers. I'm not going to spell it because it sounds just like
It's not them.
No, it's them. They claim responsibility. It's been unverified, but as far as the research I can do, it's pretty much them. No one else has claimed responsibility. They can't deny that it's them. They threw 1.2 terabytes per second at Dyn at will. Two collective members, and we're talking about the New World Hackers Collective, two members who identified themselves as Prophet and Zain, Z-A-I-N, told an AP reporter, "We didn't do this to attract federal agents, only to test power."
Yes.
So
Are they
sounds
kind of what you said.
Yeah, that's it.
There were reports that it was from Russia. However, interestingly enough, so the first week when we couldn't get into ESPN Fantasy Football, they were the ones who did it. During the attack on ESPN site, OWNZ, OWNZ, another one of the collective, was asked if the collective made any demands on the sites it attacked, such as demanding blackmail money. "Quote unquote, we will make one demand actually, secure your website and get better servers. Otherwise, you will be attacked again." So, I mean, they're kind of doing it for the right reason.
That's a job application. That's
No,
that's
it's Robin Hood.
man.
But in America,
No,
you
it's
go
not
to
Robin
jail.
Hood, it's
In
a job
China,
application.
in South Korea, they probably do get a fucking job. But in America, you go to jail, and that's kind of one of the problems.
I think, like, from my personal opinion, I think there is nobody in the entire globe that could pay more money to anyone to hire this type of people.
America?
Than America. I would
Yeah.
think, especially like what we're talking about right now.
But
like,
what about the guy who invented Reddit? He hacked in. What was he? He hacked into. Can you look this up?
Yeah,
he
no,
hacked
Marty.
into Princeton. He hacked into some major freaking university. Released all of their shit online, and he got so scrutinized by the federal government and the shit they wanted to charge him for. He ended up the guy who invented Reddit.
Where is he now? Where is he now?
Committed suicide due
No,
to
wait.
due to this fucking bullshit
So
pressure.
it's like
No, dude. Yes, that's all right. Fair enough.
It's like WikiLeaks. What's his name? Assange.
Sure, Julian Assange.
It's like Assange committing suicide when he like. No, you started a movement. I personally haven't been into WikiLeaks that long, but he's just doing something that will probably bring not a monetary factor to it, but a social factor that will bring more wealth.
Sure.
Personal
but that's
and,
the problem.
and social wealth.
Even if you're hacking in a Robin Hood state of mind, you are still looking at federal charges that'll put you away for a long, long time.
Oh, man.
And I agree. It's bullshit.
I'm saying at that level, it has to become kind of like a Hollywood type of thing. Like, you got to this point, you need to work with us, not against us or for us, just with us. This is what we need. I can't believe you actually did that. And the guy just warned them, like, you got to increase your security or else. Or else what? Exactly.
So he died weeks before his trial. I'm actually
Yeah,
peeking in.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm peeking in on Lucas. Go ahead. I mean, well, let me know when you come up with something. But yeah, the guy weeks before the trial, they say he committed suicide. Although I guess you have to point out the fact that maybe it wasn't.
Maybe he's still alive.
You're not like Elvis is dead last. By the way.
Well, then again, Robin Williams, there's been speculation that it was otherwise.
Yeah, but who would want to kill him?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, So, for its part, a member of New World Hackers who identified himself as Prophet told an AP reporter via Twitter direct message exchange that the collective isn't motivated by money, doesn't have any personal things against Dine, Twitter, or any of the other sites infected. Instead, the hacker says, the attacks were merely a test and claimed that the next target will be the Russian government for committing alleged cyber attacks against the United States earlier this year.
I have something.
Go for it.
He had committed suicide by hanging himself at 26 years old, and that makes me feel kind of creeped out because
you're 26.
Yeah, I just turned 26. Yeah, he was charged with stealing millions of scientific journals from the computer archive at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
MIT, okay.
MIT, in an attempt to make them freely available.
Yeah, he just wanted to make this information, and then the government literally just handed him. I mean, he's looking at life, multiple charges, blah 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 blah, and it's.
So you're saying they just hung him instead?
He hung himself.
No, man.
Yeah,
or maybe. I mean,
why would they hang him?
Who knows?
That would just make him what he. I hate to use this
make
word.
sure
makes
he's
him
guilty.
a martyr.
A martyr.
In reiteration, Prophet, who's one of the individuals from New World Hackers, said that it was just a test. We wanted to see how powerful we are. We're going after the Russian government for attacking the United States earlier this year. There are several firms that offer protection for DDoS attacks, and basically these firms are kind of bigger servers. They filter the stuff that's coming in, so that way your company only gets legitimate inquiries, I guess you could say. So all the crap that comes into your company, they kind of filter out all the bullshit. So your company kind of. But my whole thing is, okay, that's great. Dine, this company runs PayPal, Twitter.
They run a lot. Dude, a lot.
How big does a fucking company have to be to protect something like that? Because you have to think they had protection.
They can't protect that, though.
They must not be able to, because if any company was going to have it, this would be it.
If 1 million people log in at one time, you're fucked.
What they basically did was, which is good, and they said it, we wanted to show a security flaw, and they did a good idea. People are just going to have to make those changes. We're going to have to start putting passwords and everything, and that's fine.
That's their resume, bro. That's their resume.
They didn't.
Yeah, but who's going to hire them knowing that
everybody's going to hire them?
Yeah, but you have to do it without anyone knowing, because these people should be in jail according to certain laws.
But if these people could actually get away with that type of infrastructure attack,
manipulation,
don't you think they could actually change their grades for 10th grade and then just do whatever they want inside the actual system
itself? I'll tell you what, we should hire these fuckers before anyone else does.
Hire them for what? If the government gets a
Hire
hold
them
of
to
them.
do the shit that they're doing to us to do to other fucking countries. What do you mean hire for
That's
what?
a resume. That's for me. That's their job offer.
They basically wiped out the internet on the entire East Coast for 2 fucking hours. Don't you want them on our side?
Let me show you how to do it so they don't know how to do it.
Or let me fucking do it for you. How about this? Next time the guy isn't fucks with us, how about this? We got this guy working for us now. Don't fuck with us, or we're gonna wipe out the internet in your entire fucking country.
Or these guys are roommates, and one of them figures it out, goes to the American government, and the other guy's just waiting, and then he's just like gets another hack and like, all right, whatever.
I have the antidote for that one.
What was the guy from that Tom Hanks movie with Leonardo DiCaprio with the flight attendant? Now you catch me now, or
now you
catch me if you can.
Catch me
if you can. Exactly. That guy ended up getting hired by the government after all the shit that he did. By the U.S. government to fight counter,
Why wouldn't you hire Leonardo DiCaprio to work for the government?
Going back to the story.
Yes, back to the story. Go ahead.
Going back to the story, doing the Snowden story.
Yep.
They were able to hack into all the mics and cameras and stuff like that. Just because we didn't have passwords on the mics and cameras and all the random things that you have in your house that anybody can hack into at any time. So it's like now they can get into anything, but they didn't really hack the security of the websites. They just sent so much information that the website was not able to handle it.
Yeah.
They're not taking a million.
No, they're not taking anything. Basically, the website could not possibly respond to anything because it had too many questions at once.
So some people got in, and then some people didn't. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is.
Well,
so,
nobody fucking got in when this shit was happening.
I'm sure. No, but here's the thing: because it could not take that much information
the
at
right
one
people
time.
got in. The right people.
No, not the right people.
Nobody. Here's the thing: if you have a lousy 1 megabyte per second connection, which none of us have, I mean, our connection here is freaking 20 megabytes, 30 megabytes a second. Let's say you have just one. Like I said, that's like a 90 megabyte per second response. 90 megabytes per second. We can't download. We can't upload that fast. I would have to triple the amount that is even available to this building before I can reach that. And that is with 1/30th of what we're able to transmit. So imagine you get a bunch of, well, I'm not talking about just webcams and shit, but a bunch of computers that are able to even do more.
Yeah.
Forget it, man. Forget it. They wiped out the East Coast. That's impressive. I want these fuckers working for us.
It's a nice resume.
It is a nice, but what's crazy is the software is available. Anybody who wants to do this can just let the source code out just like that. Anyone can go get it. And you can rent a botnet for as little as $100. It's crazy. You can just say, hey, I want to fuck somebody up. How much? $100? Done. Boom. And you can direct it where you want it to go, who you want to attack. They're just ready. And the people who have these devices don't even know what's happening. So I might have been involved. Who knows?
No,
Hey, I gotta take a piss. You can edit this out.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it for this segment. Anybody got any last minute thoughts?
That this is the first PP break that we've had.
Yeah, this is our first official PP break. That's why Camilo wasn't fucking. Yeah, he didn't bring his diapers.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, Camilo, why do you think we have a bottle back there?
He's already gone, dude. He's already gone. He went to the bathroom. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick back. We're gonna come straight back with Lucas's weather. Boom. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I am on Lucas's mic right now. So this is we were talking talking about Lucas's nuts, and I showed you the picture, right, of Lucas's nuts. So how he likes them. So we had Benoit, which is a really good friend of ours, come over, and we had it set up so Lucas would be sitting with his nuts hanging out like he oftentimes does, and so we're gonna play the audio. I would love to put it up on Facebook. I just can't, or we can probably put it up on the website. I'll put it up on the website. So if people, that way it's not in everyone's face, but it's pretty funny shit. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, your ball sack hanging out. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. I'm gonna walk in and see a sack of balls. You seriously said? Get the fuck out of here. Put that shit, close that shit away, you sack of balls. Get the fuck out of here. Close that shit away, Sam.
So you're gonna tell your story?
Yeah, I'll tell you after. Okay, over the ball story. I got it. Thank you.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's freaking hilarious. So they got close that shit away, quote unquote. So anyway, back to our stations, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
He came back over. A week later?
A week later,
He made eye contact.
He was like, "Where are the
with me.
balls? I don't want him to see the balls again."
No, well, he made eye contact with me, then made an immediate look right at my junk.
When I let him in, he actually asked me. He's like, "Bro, am I gonna see some nuts?" And I was like, "Nah, we're good." So we're gonna let it simmer for a month or so.
So was it on purpose?
Yeah,
Yes,
of course
it was
on
planned. It was planned for like what,
his
2
nuts,
weeks?
if you watch the video, you're so busy watching Benoit and his reaction. But if you watch the video, bro, his nuts are just like right there. You can't miss them, man.
He's reading Sport
They're
Illustrated.
like two
or something.
walnuts in a sack of silk. I mean, this is 2 episodes in a row that Lucas's balls have been featured in one way, shape, or form. So it's definitely becoming
I don't know
It's
whether-
almost as popular as I Got Beef. So
I don't know whether to be ashamed or proud of that. My balls are famous.
yeah, right.
Well, no, going back to figuring out
Well, if
whether.
it gets you laid,
Trilogy.
you can definitely be
Trilogy.
proud. That's for
Hey,
sure.
hey, baby, you want to meet the famous balls?
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so with that, this is the worst segue ever. But we're gonna go right into Lucas's weather. So here we go.
Any segue from my balls is good.
That's true. Any segue to or from. So by just real briefly, let's decide why we've decided to choose. Well, you actually decided to choose. You kind of threw it out there, and I thought it was a good idea. So why don't we let the listeners know why you decided to choose this week's weather location?
This week's weather location is, without a doubt, my sincere apology for the country that I disgraced last week.
And the one listener
Yes, and the one listener
who just happened to listen to that episode, the one
Yes.
episode where you're like,
Do we know
"Oh,
his
dude."
name? Do we know his name?
I want him to listen. Contact no, I'm sorry, the new one. Contact at BWSSpodcast.com and send us an email. We want to hear from that one listener. But anyway, so why did we choose? What's the location and why did we choose it? Go ahead.
This week we have Dublin, Ireland.
That's right. That is this one person who listens is in Dublin, Ireland, and we're going to give your weather as a bit of a homage, if you will.
And to make sure you have the weather for this week.
Yeah, right. We don't want you to miss out.
Well, as of today, October 27th, you have mostly cloudy at a high of 59, low of 55. 10% chance of precipitation with the wind coming out of the west-southwest at 19 miles per hour.
19 hours. That's not, that's definitely kite weather
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
Do they have beaches in Dublin? I gotta.
Well,
You pulled the map
You
up.
You also
Yeah.
have to realize that if you give them 59 in Dublin, their thing is the hottest fucking thing that's ever happened to them because Fahrenheit has never existed for them.
Yeah,
It's Celsius time. So if you give them
Oh,
59,
yeah.
Celsius time.
Can you look it up in
if you give them
Celsius?
59,
That's just weather.
Is Celsius time?
Celsius time.
Oh, it's Celsius time.
Yeah.
He's a koala. He
Sorry.
doesn't know what
By the
he's
way,
talking about.
That's another
Let
name for a
me-
cocktail.
Stop.
Celsius time.
Celsius time.
Celsius time.
They are on the
Holy
shore.
shit, that's a cocktail
What
name.
the fuck?
Celsius time.
Celsius time.
It's the worst. This is like the worst band name ever.
No, it's the best. Is the fucking like
Batman's nemesis. Celsius time.
Well,
Can you let
he
Lucas
plays
get into
with
the mic
time.
and,
All right,
and
so
finish?
Go ahead,
please?
Lucas.
damn it.
So
well,
can we give? Do we have Celsius in front of you?
no, we don't. Unless I do some real digging.
Can you
to,
do a Dublin, Ireland weather Celsius search? I feel like we
Will
owe.
do.
There
Yes,
you go.
we do.
It's Celsius.
Well, we
That's
do.
Miami. That's Miami.
No,
Do a Dublin search from
yeah.
there.
Let's go.
Boom.
Bring
All
it.
right. So weather in Dublin,
In Celsius.
fucking Celsius.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, Friday.
It is our 10th anniversary, so
Yes.
we're allowed to get a little bit fucking twisted, aren't we? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is how I am.
Fucking A, bro. 10, I mean, I say 10th anniversary like it's an anniversary. Doesn't Anna have to be like annual, which means a year? So
No,
but
so if you know any Anna, it's an anniversary. So yeah.
it's an anniversary.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead. Dublin, Ireland, the
Celsius.
28th moving forward in Celsius. Boom.
Friday, high of 15 degrees Celsius, low of 11 degrees Celsius. Shit. Hold on. No, it's from a different.
It's not easy. It's
No,
different.
it's from the
Shit.
BBC. It's the only website I could find with Celsius, and
So
it's
there's your wind and down
If
below.
you had an
Yeah.
iPhone, you could have just did it.
Celsius,
Welcome
so
to the
west,
rest of the
east,
world.
north,
Yeah.
6.
all right. All right.
All right, so
All right.
go ahead.
Friday.
doesn't really say rain though, does it?
Friday is
No,
definitely
it
not
doesn't.
Friday.
I got Dublin AccuWeather here.
Now,
Here
is
we
it-
go. Here we go.
Hold
Here we
on,
go.
yeah, there we go.
There you go. Boom. The guy's like, you know what? I live here. I don't fucking care about the weather. Thanks. Can we just get on with the story? We only need you to go we only need a 5-day forecast, bro. You can do it.
No. We need a 5-day forecast.
Yeah, we need. You
No,
got 5
what-
days.
if-
we need wind, temperature.
If you
and-
look at
and
my phone right
precipitation.
now, I have everything
If
because I have an
if
iPhone.
And
Give me your phone. Damn it.
Yes, give him his phone. Yeah,
But I can do it on my fucking laptop right in front of me.
Because-
No, you can't.
Dude,
it's
he
not
has
as fast. It's not as fast.
Dude, there's a 27-inch screen in front of him. He's got fucking 32 gigs of RAM
you know-
and a 4.0 processor. Give me a fucking break.
you know that's
and it is Apple.
It is
well,
Apple.
everything is Apple in this freaking room. By the way,
Anyway,
Lucas,
go ahead,
besides their
Lucas.
phones.
Off of Laz's phone in
Oh.
Celsius.
wait, Seth, you don't have a fucking Apple product, right, in your phone?
I do not have an iPhone. I refuse.
Except for all his.
Says the
rest-
guy that has everything Apple.
I know, but
connected.
dude, I refuse. Like, you can't put in a memory card. You can't have a live background.
Bro,
That's the number one thing. I would like to, like, when I open my phone, I see planets. Jesus
How about this? I do have,
I don't even know who that is.
Relax.
Jesus Christ.
No more champagne for you guys. You guys are fucking totally out about it.
It's the champagne and the beer. And I got another
right.
beer in front of me. It's our 10th fucking show. Fuck you guys. But anyway, I see fucking planets swing by with stars and comets.
We
and
can do that. If you have an
No,
iPhone,
you do not.
I can send you a
Lance,
fucking.
No, you don't.
You don't. You
but
don't.
This is the difference. If you own an iPhone, in 6 months, your piece of hardware is a paperweight.
Yeah.
Period.
Bro, I have a 64 gig card in my phone that you won't have.
So is your next phone.
My phone is 64
So is-
gigs.
so is your next phone.
Lucas is
Go
good.
ahead,
Lucas
Lucas.
is talking.
No.
ahead.
I'm
You
a
got the
complete,
weather?
Yes, I do,
Oh,
and
thank
it's from
God.
it's from the same
Jesus.
website that I've been using for a couple weeks.
Good thing we only have like one real topic, which is the cyber attack, because the weather taking up a whole segment.
No,
Well-
this is a topic. You know, people don't. You have no idea.
This is a
that
segment, not a topic.
Nobody knows what Fahrenheit is except here, man. Everybody else is
We all know what. We all
Mr.
know.
Celsius.
Okay,
All right.
so
Mr.
for the
Celsius.
guy in
Another
Ireland,
name for the drink, by the way. Mr.
Mr.
Celsius.
Celsius.
Mr. Celsius.
What was the
That's-
last one? Celsius what?
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
already
it's
recorded.
gone.
So I'll
That's
just
true.
ask you. No, it's safe.
All right, can we get on with the fucking
All right.
weather? We have stories.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, I found a way to convert the website that I'm used to using to
So
Celsius.
we need temperature, wind, and precipitation.
Today, October 27th, mostly cloudy with a high of 15 degrees Celsius, a low of 13 degrees. Precipitation 10% with the wind southwest at 32 kilometers an hour.
So that was the 19 miles per hour. Okay, go
Yes.
ahead.
Friday, October 28th, cloudy, high of 16 degrees, low of 9. 20% chance of precipitation with the wind coming out of the west-southwest at 16 kilometers an hour.
Okay, that's all right. So
There's a little
yeah.
improvement.
Yeah.
But it seems to get a little bit better out of there. At Saturday, October 29th, it's partly cloudy, so the sun might pop out. At a high of 15 degrees, low of 10. Precipitation at 10% with the wind coming out of the south at 14 kilometers an hour.
All right.
Sunday, October 30th, partly cloudy, high of 15, low of 11. Wind at 10%, or yeah.
It's 10% of the wind, actually.
Well, you gotta go to 31st though. October 31st in Dublin.
I will. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's
I
my
got to it.
birthday. We'll cover it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Or precipitation at 10%. Winds coming out of the south-southeast at 13 kilometers an hour.
God, I mean, the sound effects for this weather report are going to be so boring. It's pretty much the same the whole time. So where are we? The 31st yet?
Yes,
My
Monday.
birthday?
Monday, October 31st.
My birthday.
Woo!
Boom. Boom.
Mostly
Wait,
cloudy.
hold on. Boom. Go ahead.
You really?
Boom.
So the 31st. Boom. Go for it.
Mostly cloudy. High of 14 degrees Celsius. Low of 8 degrees.
Boom.
Precipitation at 20% with the wind coming out of the east-southeast.
Boom.
With the
All right, where's the wind?
Wait, are we doing Fahrenheit or Celsius at this point?
We're doing
all I'm thinking about
Celsius.
we're doing metric.
Okay.
With the wind coming out of the east-southeast at 16 kilometers an hour.
Boom.
You need to explain metric.
Metric? Well, it's not really metric when you go in Celsius. Is Celsius considered metric? I don't think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it falls under because it's a standard rule. It's not as it's Kelvin.
Can we emphasize on standard? Standard.
The Romans. Wait, well, since you're bringing it up, go for it there, genius face.
Kilogram.
What about it?
All over the world.
Okay.
A meter. All over the world.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
A
Yeah.
pound. Only here.
Yeah.
A yard. Only here.
Is
How
it
many,
all- is it
how
like-
many
Yes.
pounds can I get in
When you
London?
say here, and I'm asking out
Only-
of ignorance, is
only-
it just United States?
Yes.
Is it Canada
Yes.
also?
Nope.
Just
only here.
Just United States.
Only
really?
United States.
Just
so how
here?
does the
Yes.
pound work in
Well,
United Kingdom?
It's
how
a
does the
form of
pound?
money.
The pound is a currency.
The pound is actually
Yeah.
not working very well at all right
Yeah,
now.
correct. Oh,
But they use
nice
it
segue,
though.
nice
true.
But they,
segue
but
on
they
that.
use it. But they use it.
But they use the pound as a currency. They don't use the pound as a measurement because they have meters, kilograms, and some other type of situation that I will be able to explain to you later on when I'm a little bit more sober.
Sure.
Because it's
our 10th
this is the
show.
10th show, so
Sure.
I have that.
No
that
Oompa-Loompas
freedom.
today.
No-Show-Camilo
Oh.
made it for the important one thus far.
Yeah, but other than that, like
Did
literally,
you bring the Oompa Loompas?
No,
Yeah, right.
no, we're not. We're on a
So
break.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
There's only 3 countries that are non-metric.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, wait. I want to say
Research Lucas.
Can I try them? Can I try 'em?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I say us, of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Colombian, but
Us,
I live in the
US?
States. Yes. Well, thank you for predicting the future last night, but whatever. I'll say Barbados
Okay.
and Bora Bora, which is not a country. So I failed
Barbados and Bora Bora?
I failed the test with Bora Bora because it's not really a country.
It's 3 countries?
3 countries.
Hun-
Yeah.
Countries.
Holy shit, by the way. Just saying the yard. Really? The yard? Come on, guys.
By the
I'm
way,
going to go with Mexico, and I'm going to go with and Canada, because they're right fucking here. Why not? I can't imagine that they're like, hey, the United States is doing this, and it's awesome. Let's
Bro,
try it too.
You know what this is going to happen? People
What?
from Canada are going to listen to this particular part, and they're going to fucking be like, what? And they will Mexico and be like, ¿qué? No way.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Go ahead. No, Laz, you're going to go ahead
I'm
and
not even
guess.
gonna guess.
Come
because
on, Laz.
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Because you
Go
Googled
ahead.
Because
it. Because you Googled it.
No,
on
I
your
didn't.
phone.
I didn't Google it.
Yeah, you did. You
No,
cheated.
I swear to
Because I
God.
can't see you right now, motherfucker.
Fuck you.
Can I not say Bora Bora? Because that sounds pretty
Say whatever the
ignorant,
fuck you want to
please?
say.
Go ahead. You can switch it up.
I want to
Kokomo?
switch her up to
Barbados and
something.
how about Jamaica?
No, because
No,
that's
they're
gonna
English.
make me sound like I'm pushing toward the Caribbean.
I'm just pushing shit close to us because I can't imagine someone's
No.
like, let's take this great idea that no one else is fucking using
But-
and take it all the way to our country.
Yeah,
Let
there
me
you
tell
go.
you something right
So you
now.
know what? I'm gonna push Congo.
Congo.
Yep.
The way we.
Laz, take a guess. Fucking take a guess.
Oh God, I have no fucking idea.
I
man.
mean, I completely embarrassed myself, apparently,
And
according
my-
to the
my-
fucking
my-
on
my
my
name-
10th
I will-
episode.
My name is.
You said that no one here is like when we work.
Yep.
You get your wine in liters and milliliters, and we get our liquor from milliliters and liters and kilograms. And so I have no idea at
So
all.
take a fucking guess, penis lips.
Yes, please, bro. Listen. Holy shit.
Jesus.
Obviously, United States.
Yes,
and then
thank you. We covered that. I got embarrassed with that one when I said it. I'm glad you embarrassed
And
yourself
then,
too.
I'm like, but I only said it because of you.
Yes.
And then after that, I have no idea. I can't
So
even
take
think-
a fucking guess.
Yes.
Jesus
Where?
Christ.
Somewhere in North America.
Say the fucking. Show me North America.
I'll say Haiti and fucking Dominican Republic.
Bro, you're Haitian.
Haiti and
There is
Dominican
no, in
Republic.
Haiti,
All right.
There's no yards in
Lucas,
Haiti,
please
in Haiti, bro.
educate us. Lucas,
Yes,
go
please.
for it.
The only non-metric countries in the world are the United States, Liberia, and Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Oh,
We have a
Burma.
listen. We have a listen in
Burma.
Myanmar.
Yes.
One listen in Myanmar. They probably listened. It's like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
I don't even
They
know where
haven't
the
come
fuck.
back.
Where the fuck is Myanmar?
It's by
Bro,
by the Mekong River,
They just-
which
they
the
just-
Mekong River follows all
They
the way
elected
down to
a
Southeast
female
Asia.
president, right? And we just stopped our sanctions against Myanmar based on the fact that the military has allowed a president to kind of take over in a lot of ways, shapes, and forms. So Myanmar is really starting to kind of come around as a country that is being more a part of the world in a lot of ways.
All right, there we go. So wait, what was the second one?
The second one?
Liberia?
Liberia.
Yeah, Liberia.
Where's Liberia?
It's West Africa.
I was talking to being
West
I was,
Africa. Yeah, Africa.
I was being
totally.
a dumbass,
No
but
way.
there's somewhere in Hollywood called Liberia.
We
And-
have a
and-
listen, 2 countries to the right from that one, actually. Cote d'Ivoire or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast.
Yeah, it's right there. We have one listener. Actually, it was 3 listens for one episode there. So either
And
3
going-
people listened or one person listened a few times.
I
Either
went-
way, it's great.
I went to Brazil to watch Colombia, Ivory Coast
Yep.
on my birthday for the World Cup.
I wish, honestly, I would love to go to I've never been to like a really awesome. Every time these games are going, I'm always fucking working. But it would really be cool to go to check one of these, like when Brazil comes and
I
plays.
just like
or
to
some
check
shit
out the
like that.
legs of the soccer players.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Crickets. I'm putting crickets there for
Oh,
sure.
it's fucking funny.
All right,
Fuck
so
you.
let's move into some fucking stories. Laz, this is yours, and I want this one to go first because it's actually a pretty awesome story. So why don't you kind of take it away?
All right. We have this gang from New Zealand that kicked out the meth dealers in their town.
Good.
They basically gave them a 24-hour notice to get out of the town and stop selling junk to people, the citizens.
Do you know how they distributed this notice? Like, there was it emails or social media?
It definitely wasn't email. Oh,
Well-
they went to the news media. It was
Okay,
media.
so it was like, all right, local news, please. This is what's up.
Yeah, something like that. And they said that they need to get out of here by the next day at 6:30 p.m. You need to get out of here by 6:30 p.m. or you would be forcibly removed or you would have to deal with whatever they do.
So is it? I mean, do we know is this like a biker gang or a?
Here's the thing. I was trying to find out what this gang actually does.
Do you know
but-
the name of the gang?
So the
Yeah, it's
gang, the gang is the one that's trying to get the
HUK.
HUK, Tribal HUK. Hub.
Tribal, yeah.
Okay.
But
So the gang wants to take the other guys out, right?
yeah,
They want to take out
they
the,
wanna
meth,
take
the meth dealers out.
the meth dealers out. The
Trying
way
to clean up the town.
the way the gang started was actually
Wah,
they
wah,
actually
wah.
no. The reason they started the gang was because there's other gangs around the area in New Zealand.
When you come out with a actual kind of not fact but really fact, you should bring up the fact that it's your opinion. Just saying.
Oh, not European, but
No,
European.
listen, man. You go.
I'll tell you what. If you really have to go to the bathroom, as soon as you get into the bathroom, European. That's for sure.
You know, I got an empty bottle up here for you if you need it.
we make cocktails with chickpea puree. And
No,
I
but like,
thought of a cocktail today.
Speaking of empty beer bottle, just because it's our 10th file, I can't believe I'm going to tell this story, but let's face it, we're all been here fucking enjoying our 10th episode. I had this I was living in New York with these 2 girls, and every Sunday they would go to church.
When I got to my
And you're right, seriously. And every Sunday they would freaking go to church, and this and that, and come back with some friends. And guys, I would freaking sleep in. And one morning I gotta get up, and I gotta pee so bad. And the only way to get to the bathroom is to walk through where these girls, or either to church, from church, whatever the fuck they're doing. And of course, I got morning wood, and I got to go to the bathroom. The only thing that can cure morning wood when you got to go to the bathroom is going to the bathroom. So, you know what? I have this 20-ounce fucking beer bottle that was empty. So I was like, that's it, man. I'm not even gonna risk it.
That will never work.
We've all done
What do you
it.
mean that would never work?
We've
It
all
works.
done it, and
Never
I
works.
fucking
Yeah.
I've pissed in a bottle. Fucking
I didn't have to pee bigger than this
Ah,
fucking
fuck
bottle.
that.
Dude,
Whatever.
We all just drank from this. So anyway, long story short, I piss in the fucking bottle. I wake up 3 hours later, and I'm like, hey, I still got some fucking beer left.
don't tell me.
So
Did you-
I picked
did
that.
you taste it?
Dude, I totally fucking. I got some beer left, bro. The
course-
minute
of course you
it hit
tasted it,
my
dude. Of
lips
course you
and my
tasted it.
mouth, I could not get it into the bottle
You're
fast
fucking
enough.
sick.
I'm trying to force it back into the bottle. It's spraying out the outside of the fucking lips, like all over the sides. As I'm trying to force it back into the bottle, I got piss all over my face, all over the floor, all over the bottle.
Inside your house. Inside your apartment, wherever you live.
Inside my
Inside
apartment
his face.
in fucking New York.
Inside his
Remember, this is
in my mouth.
He got piss in his
Fuck the
mouth.
apartment in my mouth. Yeah. It was very salty. That's all. I mean, I will say that much.
No, wait. This is after Bear Grylls drank
Is it?
piss.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Well,
he's
thank God.
driving. He's just after. And that's what happened.
All right, well, thank God.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Thank God.
Bear Grylls did it, so I can do it too. So anyway, that's my fucking story.
So anyway,
Are you
So
sure?
how about that
Continue
weather
with
in Ireland, huh?
Shut the fuck up.
All right, so anyway,
Continuing.
we're talking about New Zealand, and they had a gang that decided to tell the local news media, hey, meth dealers, get the fuck out or we will get you out. How did they know where the dealers were? Like, they already had, like, their network?
They got upset because they were spending so much money on drug task force and spending $2 million on.
So basically, the gang got tired of their fucking
Yeah.
kids
Yeah,
having
they're
to have
tired of
shitty
bullshit.
fucking school,
So they-
no
gets-
fucking
gets-
playground.
Listen. They had. Can I continue my story?
Please go ahead.
All
Just
right.
story.
Maybe.
So
maybe.
the 15 they
10th
spent
anniversary, bro.
they spent $15 million on an anti-drug initiative
Sure.
that was questioned by so many people. Like, why are you spending so much money on all this stuff? And then they had the gang that was already there that started because they just wanted to protect their community because there were other gangs outside of their little town that they lived in.
Sure.
And they started that gang just to protect their own people. Because I was trying to figure out what's their source of income. What do they get out of like being a gang? Because most gangs, they usually sell drugs or they do something crazy or they're like protection company.
Sure.
The gang members are people that live in regular life in that community. They
Okay.
all have regular
do
jobs.
the
Yeah.
gang members pay their taxes?
Yes,
Yeah.
they
Of
have
course.
they're
They do.
regular people.
Okay,
They're
okay.
regular.
The-
It's like
okay.
if all of us decided to be a gang today and say
Hold
we're
up,
gonna.
hold up, Lucas. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
the members of the community gathered at the meeting supported his demand.
Where are you reading this from?
This is from the Daily Mail.
Okay.
There's been several articles that I've been able to piece together from.
Piece it together, bro.
Yeah, piece it. Pink, who is the
what?
James Pink.
Pink?
That's the guy.
James Pink is the leader
Okay.
of the Huck gang
Really?
in New Zealand.
Really has to be James Pink. Okay.
Right? Mr. Pink over there.
He supported
Camilo's the
the
dick.
members of the community gathered at the meeting to support the demand, and even the mayor agreed with it, even though the police did not condone violence after the 24 hours.
Wait, after what? So for the
After-
first 24 hours, like, go ahead, all the violence you
Yeah,
want.
no,
Most
they gave
most
him,
people
they
left.
gave him, they gave him 24 hours to leave, but afterwards, the meth dealers that were known or to be suspected have been threatened with violence.
Okay.
And
The police do not condone the violence, but this is all stemming after 2007 when the gang leader's 13-year-old daughter was offered methamphetamine.
Okay, there you go.
Fuck.
There you go.
and
Lucas pulling the facts out right off the cuff.
Yeah.
So, all right. So there you go, man.
then they
All right. So,
most of them left,
okay.
and then
How do you know most of them left? Do you like just see a bunch of fucking like?
no. They actually reported that most of them left, but then there was a few people that stayed, and the
They
guy
disappeared.
or whatever. And James Pink actually went to the other people, and he's obviously he's not allowed to talk about what he actually does because it's obviously it's violence. And,
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah, and he actually has his stupid ass fuck.
Fucking white folks, bro.
His own car actually got shot up a couple of times because he was trying to stop the
Pink?
meth. Yeah, James Pink.
Yeah.
His own car actually got shot up a couple of times because of that. And then Seth, the second story, which is the same gang,
Sure.
are feeding less fortunate kids, underprivileged kids,
Yeah.
because they gave the government gave money to have them have breakfast, which is like something stupid, like milk and cookies in the morning, whatever.
That's
Cookies?
not stupid.
No,
Milk and
no, no.
Cookies
But no,
in the
what
morning. Do you
cookies?
imagine what
It's a-
kid
it's
would
a-
fucking die for that
It
shit?
wasn't milk and cookies, but it was like James Pink actually every morning or every day before they have this thing where they make sandwiches for all the kids in all the schools, the kids that are less fortunate. So they go to like about 25 different schools, and
That's the gang, right?
the gang.
Sure.
Which,
Okay.
which is the gang is only there to protect their own community, which is why it started.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to see
So
if
it
there
was like a
any-
neighborhood
but-
watch program gone rogue.
and the James Pink owns and leases farmland with cows, and he buys 40 loaves of bread, and he makes sandwiches for kids every morning. I haven't found anything negative that this guy is doing. Like
Well,
You're talking about like to make money.
James,
and-
yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to find out what's their source of income. I couldn't find anything. Like I've looked before I even sent it to you. I saw it like a week before I sent it to you, Seth. I sent it to you like last week.
Profit is popularity. Profit is
Yeah,
not
but
income.
there is no popularity. There is no profit.
Really?
Well,
Really?
I mean, we're talking about
it
them right now.
We're talking about
Yeah,
it right now.
so
We're the most
Yeah.
least listened to podcasts in the world
and
right
then
now.
and then we're talking
That's
about
really
it.
fucking
So-
awesome.
So think about the fact that there's another competition. Not to say competition because we love you, Seth. Seth is number one on this one. Competition.
Sure.
There's
No,
not really
no.
competition,
Boom.
but there's some other guys that are trying to do what we're doing right now.
Yeah, but where
I
is
say we because I'm just invited because nobody invited me the last 10. But whatever.
Yeah, I'm
but,
sure.
But at the end of the day, everybody's trying
all
to
right,
find
Lance.
end of the
Rick-
day.
Everybody's trying to
Ricky,
push the
Ricky, is that you, Ricky?
At the end of the day.
Everybody's trying to push their
I can't find what James.
Hold on,
Pink-
bro. Let him finish
continue.
his fucking thing.
Continue.
No, Lasner, please. Finish.
I can't find how James Pink is profiting off this. That's what I'm trying to say.
But you-
I'm
Prof-
not saying I
But
looked
he's
it up.
bringing awareness to the
we
facts.
just gave you the example. It's just like profit is not counted by the money. It's counted by the likes.
Yeah.
Totally
But
appreciate it.
anyway, the same group of people are delivering food and sandwiches for kids to have lunch during the day of school.
Yes.
And for the less fortunate kids, not for every kid. not
Wait,
for
so
every-
kids that are at school and can't eat lunch at school?
yeah, they deliver those sandwiches to every school, like 25 schools.
Uh-oh, Lucas has his hand up. That means something's coming. We'll
Ooh,
keep going.
pick me,
They're
pick
trying-
me. Mister, I got the answer.
Put me in, coach.
Talk.
I'm ready to play.
Coach.
All right, from the same website, there is no more meth. Fear Travel Hulk Gang declares the town free of drug dealers after giving them 24 hours notice. At least 10 meth houses were cleared out of
10.
dealers and escorted from town. Escorted.
Yeah, but
Escorted.
it's a small town.
God, that's
No,
10.
They knock on the door and say,
No.
listen, you guys are fucking out or we're
Wait,
just
wait,
gonna
I'm sorry,
destroy it."
Lucas. Where is this? I'm sorry. I'm where? Like
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand. It's a small place.
How many? Do you know how many people are in this
5,100.
town? 5,100.
Yeah.
That's a start, though. Here's-
No, that's smaller than that's larger than the Parksburg, though.
I mean, but still, like
we have
yeah,
2,200 employees where we work. So
Jesus, yeah. So basically,
That's two of us.
2.5 of us. Wow, way
This-
to put it in
this-
perspective.
we know
The,
all of
the
us.
picture that I found, the guy doesn't look like somebody you want to fuck with either.
No, of course. Well, yeah, he's certainly not going to
But
get away with that otherwise.
if they're using $15 million of, I can't say taxpayers' money. I don't know how they make money over there to put toward drug using and drug selling for meth. So like, I don't understand how somebody could just wake up today and say, you know what, 24 hours, you guys got to get the fuck out of here or whatever. It's gonna happen.
Here's the aftermath of that. What's great if they don't have to put so much money into that, they can start putting it into schools and putting it into after school programs and sports. And maybe a lot of these people that did get into doing drugs and taking drugs and selling drugs will have better shit to do.
Well, the other article that this Hook Gang is providing support for the people that want to get off of
There you
methamphetamine
go.
truthfully and
There you go.
honestly.
So there you go, small little town, but maybe the next town does it. So these guys are doing well. They
We're
kicked
doing
out
well.
the bad guys.
By the way, we're doing well.
Yes.
Like
For
that.
more than what the police can do, they're doing very well.
What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. What they're doing wrong
This-
though. There was
What do you
nothing-
mean wrong?
They're not. No, who's they? Who's they? What do you mean
the,
they?
The gang, the
Why
tribal.
do they have to be doing something wrong?
Nothing at all. But some
Can
people,
a gang do good?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to find out what their income was. Why are they calling them a gang? Because they're vigilantes.
Maybe they all have freaking jobs. I mean,
They all have jobs. I don't know if they all have
Okay,
jobs.
so there are a bunch of fucking people that have regular fucking jobs and they have kids, a 13-year-old
Yeah,
that got
and
offered
then-
methamphetamine and
And
you know,
yeah.
hop into fucking being a gang.
and then I
we
met them.
could fucking be a gang if we wanted
That's
to
what
call
I'm trying to
ourselves
say.
a fucking
But
gang.
some people don't accept that they can do that. The reason I was saying it before is I understand the fact that these people are helping the community, and people will not understand that they are helping the community because of because we label them as a gang.
I don't know. There are people really fucking stupid, but I think most people with an intellect aren't going to hear the word gang and automatically give it a negative connotation.
I think you're wrong on that side. I think the majority of people will give out negative connotation to
The
it.
only thing I was finding about them kicking the meth out was that they were feeding kids.
I mean,
like
Lucas, if you want to Google what gang means.
Yeah, can you look
just
up gang?
Just gang.
While he's looking it up.
And then, well, because I would assume before he actually goes gang.
I agree that it has a negative.
Not a negative, but a territorial.
Please, go ahead.
A territorial mentality of like, it's us.
Let's find out.
All right. Gang, noun. Definition number 1, an organized group of criminals.
Yeah, exactly.
No, wait.
That's what it says.
That destroys.
All right,
okay.
continue.
God
continue.
damn.
But also, definition 2, a set of switches, sockets, or other electrical or mechanical devices grouped together.
So basically,
So
it's a
fuck
bunch
shit
of
up.
fucking.
Like,
Okay. I stand
Three.
corrected.
Okay,
I was
three.
wrong. Fuck.
Three. Go three.
Okay. There is no 3, is there?
A small number of people form a group or a gang. The smaller supermarket chains are ganging together to beat the big boys.
So what would you call it then instead?
A group?
Motorcycle.
I say group or
It's a
corporation.
Club. It's a club.
No, a club.
Motorcycle
activist
club.
group. When you say activist,
A club is too cool. You don't make changes.
so
when
what
you're cool.
does activist
You get it.
mean?
Well,
Activist.
bunch of
I
hippies.
feel like an activist is a negative connotation.
Yeah, it
also.
is. Just
Okay,
so
but
is gang.
that's like
so is
just
gang.
below fanatic.
Just like gang. Unfortunately, apparently,
but
we
these
just Google
people-
it.
PETA are activists.
These people did nothing wrong. They've been around for at least 2 generations, and the first generation started because their little town kept getting fucked over by real gangs, and so they started their own little group of people, which now is a gang because they had to maybe do as much violence as the other people that had to do.
So definition of tribe.
A social division in a traditional society consisting of families or communities linked by social, economic, religious, or blood ties with a common culture and dialect, typically having a recognized leader.
Okay.
It's
so you can
basically
say
like
tribe.
the long version of a gang.
where's
So
the
like
leader?
a long.
Where's the leader, though?
He
Who's the
said
leader?
they
Well,
said
that
leader.
guy, freaking whatever, Pink, right? Is his name Pink? So yeah, wouldn't Pink be the leader? That's the guy that they're. You
He's
know.
definitely not negative. I mean,
I like it because it's basically a community with similar goals and a leader.
for the definition, I guess.
But
okay.
I think it represents everything from what you belong to, a tribe.
Well, so anything beyond the food? When was this the hooking up the kids with lunches and stuff? How long ago was that?
They do it every week for a
Yeah.
day. Sorry, every day.
Okay.
And this is I don't know exactly what the fuck he does exactly, but they know when he pulls up, there's lunches every day, and there's actually been kids that wrote letters and parents that wrote letters to him. They're the lovely sandwich makers. Hello, I would love to thank you for the lovely and healthy sandwiches you provide for my school. We really need them, and for you to keep making them the sandwiches for our students who are hungry or have no lunch. We are really lucky. May I say thank you once again. How the sandwiches are healthy.
They love some sandwiches.
Sandwiches you make for us are eaten.
And then I think the gang.
Can I finish?
Yes.
They're
yes,
not
you finish.
they're not
How
getting
many more
wasted.
times could she say sandwiches?
They're not getting wasted. We eat all the sandwiches. Fuck you.
Well, he's reading the little girl's
Yeah.
card, and he says "fuck you" in the middle of it. By the way,
That's what she said.
saying. I'm just
She's
saying.
like, "Fuck you." They're
No,
so
she's
delicious.
saying-
She's fuck you. The
Thank you
sandwiches
for
are
helping
great.
feed the students here for our primary school. They do it every day, and that's the first thing. They
That's
use 40 loaves of
crazy,
bread.
man. That's
They lose
crazy.
40 loaves of bread. They rent. They lease farmland to get certain things. Like I don't know. I really was trying to find something negative about them.
Can I say something
So that's 400 sandwiches.
to everybody out there and whoever's listening? You know, I will retract that. Gang member that does this and breakfast for the little kids and lunch or whatever it is.
They don't do breakfast. They do sandwiches. They wake up.
I'm sorry about the breakfast connotation.
No.
Mr. Lassner, but
Apparently,
holy
the government
shit.
is supposed to do the breakfast, and then the kids.
Oh,
can
excuse
order
me.
lunch.
Actually, I believe it
Yeah.
was, it was
Get the
lunch
fuck
that
outta
we were
here.
talking
Fuck you
about.
guys.
Actually,
I believe it was brunch.
Blah blah blah.
I believe it
Fuck
was
y'all.
brunch.
I have
only
to, I
on
have to
Saturdays.
intercede that we were not talking about breakfast. as a matter of fact,
But here's the thing.
Paragraph number 618.
No. I know.
Section 4.
Section 6.
I know.
Six.
I know. If
Word
I
there's
read
six.
section
My
4.
bad.
the principal of what happened was how these people got found out was that the principal of the school started after 6 years after they were doing what they were doing, and he was like, "Who the fuck are these people?" And they were like, "Oh, these are the guys that bring the sandwiches for the kids that are not
yeah.
are able
Okay.
to eat every day,"
The
and
gang
they were
members.
just able to do it, and they just let it go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, all right. They're getting them fucking sandwiches. We get it.
All right, next
Fucking,
topic.
dude, if I hear
Fuck
the
you
word
guys.
sandwich, we're fucking time.
Fucking sandwich. I ate a
Are we
fucking
going
sandwich
back-
today.
We'll take a
Jesus.
case of arrogant bastard, please. We'll take a
Yeah.
case.
Are we-
We'll take
are-
a
are
case.
This
we
took
going-
longer than I
Lucas
thought.
found a very interesting United States version of this story.
Camilo, Laz, have you heard of Hell's Angels?
The biker gang.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Camille?
Would you consider them a criminal enterprise?
What do they do to make a living?
Sell drugs, beat people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
This
Okay.
supposedly
But-
gang
then
doesn't
Camilo,
do that.
Camilo, have you heard this?
Yes, but hold on. Before we continue,
They run drugs and guns and whatever the fuck
yes,
they do over in the fucking West Coast, whatever.
I assume they do, and I really don't know anything about them. I was not like brought up to see the hell. I know who they are.
Yeah.
I honestly know who they are, but I don't know what they do to make
Pagans,
their profit.
Mongols,
But-
any of them?
They don't like the black people.
They really don't? I didn't know that.
Says the black
Continue.
guy.
Yeah, right.
They don't.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I
didn't know that.
honestly don't know what the particularity of that is, but here, from what I understand, the territorial part is very significant.
So anyway, hold on.
So, Lucas, why
Yes,
did you bring it
Lucas,
up?
let's go.
Why did you bring it up?
Headline. Go for it.
Hell's Angels waiting in line at, I believe, a Walmart for 5 days. Just straight Hell's Angels from front to back to buy bikes for homeless kids.
Why were they in line for 5 days?
Just to be able to make sure they bought every single bike for every underprivileged kid.
Where are they getting money from?
Well, can't they just wait till the
Drugs.
store opens and buy all the fucking bikes in the store?
No, well, no,
I'm
it's,
sorry,
it's,
I'm
it's one of
asking you.
those. No, it's one
So
of those.
they got the
bike-
money. They got the money from drugs.
Yeah. Well, they're also
Prostitution. So
they're
I-
also one of the largest Toys for Tots.
Dude, we're talking about
Dude.
bikes for kids, bro.
Dude,
Yes,
what
yes,
is-
they are a criminal organization. People fucking die. They fucking kill people.
See, my gang doesn't kill anybody. That's all I'm saying. My.
Anyway,
We'll
so
take it.
Donald Trump's fucking
I
Walk of Fame star
I like Donald Trump. Is
got
that where we're going? I
completely
guess.
fucking smashed by a sledgehammer today.
Good.
Hammer the show.
A construction worker or a guy came up. He brought like 5 construction cones, blocked the fucking area off, took a fucking sledgehammer, and smashed the shit out of Donald Trump's star on Walk of Fame today.
Now, would that be considered a public?
By the time the cops got there, he was already gone.
Where was that? In
fucking
West?
Hollywood,
Okay,
where the
oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Hollywood Walk of Fame is. I, as far as I know, that's the first time any star has ever been fucking smashed. in
No,
the
it
Walk of Fame.
hasn't been smashed. But did you hear about Trump's star being spray painted with swastikas
No,
or being pissed
the
on?
same fucking star?
no.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
they weren't fucking there when this guy smashed it.
they spray painted a backward swastika and a mute symbol on his star.
Oh, here we go. Wait, hold on. I mean, I was looking up Hollywood star Walk of Fame history vandalism search, trying to get a short history of Donald Trump's Walk of Fame star. God damn it, man!
I don't even know who you guys are.
A short history of Donald Trump's Walk of Fame star getting trashed.
Yeah, sure about that?
So, 2007, Donald Trump got his name added to the Hollywood Star Walk of Fame after becoming a pop culture icon
What the fuck?
on The Apprentice.
Yeah.
It all started, I mean, I have to admit, I like the show. The show's freaking hilarious. So, more photos. So, don't vote. People wrote on there. Let's see. It will never happen. Dark Anom was written on there also.
Dark Anonymous.
Dark Anonymous. There we go. Punk bitch, a liar. And what's interesting is I'm going through these are all different iterations. So it was cleaned, and then people came up and then wrote on it again. So this is number 4, which is a fucking advertisement. So, okay, so number 4 is basically a really simple drawing of a speaker with an X over it, I guess, whatever the hell that is.
Mute.
There's the swastika.
Yeah, but you notice it's backwards.
What is the swastika?
Yeah, so that.
No, I
So-
didn't
so
notice
what-
that,
what does that mean?
actually.
So what does that mean?
Nice
Sorry.
of you to notice.
Sorry, I studied World
So what
War
does that
II
mean?
a lot.
What does that mean?
It doesn't
The guy
mean
that-
anything.
the
It just
guy
means
that-
Lucas knows what a swastika looked like.
No, the guy that drew the swastika is dyslexic.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, God, here's a
What
picture
does
of
it
a-
actually mean, though?
Here's a picture of a dog standing on top of his piece of shit that he just laid on top of the star.
No, the swastika they drew was originally Hindu.
So the backwards one is Hindu?
Yeah, it's Hindu, which.
Okay, so backwards swastika is Hindu.
Yeah, it's,
does it mean?
It's for power, I want to
God,
say. No,
they just
no.
inadvertently gave Trump more power.
No, I'm trying to look for it. It's been imprinted on Buddha in so many temples.
I'm Buddha. You see my belly?
That's interesting. Yeah, you
Coming
know,
on me
shit,
rubber for
Jesus.
good luck.
You could park a fucking truck on there.
Fuck you.
You know, it was originally for power,
Depressing.
prosperity, good luck. It's even on
Wow.
shutters.
What a mistake.
For shutters in India.
So
for wherever they practice Hindu.
What's
as
on
good
this?
luck.
What I see on your screen, the one on the left is the actual swastika,
That's the-
and the one on the right.
No, the left one is the backward. The
Yeah.
right one is the
Really?
real one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, holy! That's how ignorant I am on this.
You're looking
Okay.
at.
Dude,
You're,
I
looking,
mean, I wouldn't have
the
known
one.
the
The one on
difference.
the left. No,
you're looking at Lucas' back, right? On his tattoo.
the one on the.
his
You're
tattoo.
an idiot.
What?
Jesus.
Lying. I'm lying.
All right.
Says that. It's fucked up.
Do you even know I have a tattoo on my back?
His tattoos on
No,
his dick
well,
headset.
no.
How have you seen it?
Yeah.
World War II
His tattoos
specific.
on the nuts. That's why Benoit got so pissed off.
Shit was fucking.
What
good.
he
That
does?
was hilarious.
Yeah.
But wait, anyways, the swastika itself is the one on the right.
On the right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
So.
Huh.
Yeah. No, I've studied World
I
War
would- I
II
would have
in
never-
Yeah,
detail.
you studied World War II. Go ahead, say it. You studied World War II.
Don't
Go
be a
ahead.
dick, Seth.
Yeah,
Nobody
well, he
cares
said
about
it
your
like
wine
5
either.
times.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares
because
about
I
your
got-
fucking
Talk
wine.
about my fucking wine.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
It's
What? When I fucking brought in one bottle of champagne, that's it. It's the only time I've
Today,
mentioned wine.
I've heard about your wine
It's-
for
it's not-
3
it-
years.
Hold on.
It's not.
We're not talking about the show.
it's not
penis
today.
list.
It's
not
so
today.
bad. What was it last week that I brought a bottle of my own wine?
Stop.
They brought in
Who the fuck is that guy making that noise?
Anyway, your last fucking story. Laz.
10.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not really
no,
a story.
seriously.
I just thought it was cool that
Is this another coffee bean fucking?
No, fuck you. It's not even
Boiled
that.
egg
It's not
story?
even that cool. Fuck.
Laz's
Oh
philosophy
God! If
corner.
that's the case, then
Oh.
don't even bring it up.
No, dick.
You're gonna have so fun editing this.
I'm bopping.
Seriously.
I'm
Anyway,
bopping
go
the
ahead.
mic so much. They came out with a self-driving.
Who's
Oh,
that?
the truck that
The
delivers
self-driving
Who's
truck
they? Who's
driving
they?
the Budweiser.
Was that Volvo? Who was it?
It might
Can
have
you
been
look up the
Volvo.
self-driving truck? I think it was Volvo.
Yeah, it was Volvo with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
No, fuck
That would
you.
be them though with that
No.
technology.
Yeah.
No,
Seriously.
this is the thing.
That shit was real. but-
Colorado,
Yeah, that was.
Hold
It
on,
was
everything
No,
on the
no.
West Coast seems to be
Even
coming.
if he wasn't, the only person who could have done that would have been that motherfucker.
Self-driving truck jobs is the fourth Google search.
Yeah, it says Uber owned, by the way.
Yeah, I saw
But
that.
who made the truck?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
But
Give me a second here.
Anyway, so go ahead.
yeah, so
Did it left like the facility and hit the
of like North Colorado to go to
Yeah.
somewhere South Colorado was 120 miles.
From Fort Collins through Denver and on the southern Colorado City in the shadow of Pikes Peak. It was a 120-mile trip. 120-mile trip with Budweiser of all beers,
Okay.
which is now
King of
German.
Which is delicious.
No.
The king of
Which is
beers.
owned by fucking Germany.
Yes,
Now.
which renamed to America.
We just fucking I can't believe we sold our I'm not nothing against Germany. Anybody. We should like seriously? Shit.
Budweiser.
that'd be like
This is not even the fucking
all right,
part of the
anyway,
story.
so-
Fuck that.
By the way, it was sold to Belgium, not Germany, by the way.
Belgium.
Yeah. Stella.
He says
We said that already.
all right, so
And it's made out of rice, by the way.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool rice, really, not grain.
Nope, it's made out of rice.
I believe it.
It's the closest thing to sake that the Americans will ever have.
I did not know that. That makes sense though, considering how like light and boring and non-flavorful
and
it is.
delicious it is.
It's delicious on a hot fucking day when you're dying of thirst.
Yeah, it's Volvo.
Never.
That's it.
Never.
It was
never.
Volvo.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Volvo.
The picture that I'm giving is Volvo.
It looks like a Volvo, but maybe it's
So incident free.
No, you know what? It could
incident free. Sorry, Lucas.
It could be a Volvo chassis that they started off with because they are a rather common chassis, the body style and all that.
The Department of Transportation of Colorado said that's a good idea, and they would like to use the technology for more vehicles because 94% of crashes happen because of human error.
And all the truckers out there say, "Go fuck yourself."
No.
Yes, because who wants
10%
80,000 pounds of cargo going down the road without somebody driving it?
Well, there was somebody in the car, and then 10% of fatal crashes are trucks. I mean, how many?
10%.
10%.
Really?
10%.
That's it? That's it?
That's nothing.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was way
Yeah,
up there.
10%.
On a side note there, we should look at about the Pickens plan at some point. You guys want to talk about it? And then
Pickens plan.
Yeah.
that can be your topic next time.
Maybe
actually,
at
if you
some
wanna talk
point
about
If
it.
he's
this
ever going to come
conversation.
back, if he's
Not-
going to show up one day out of nowhere, out of the blue.
They gotta go every 10 episodes. So,
Yeah. Well, number 20,
but-
Squiddy's coming. We're
but-
smoking
but-
cigars. We already have someone going to Cuba to pick them up for us.
Anyways,
I have a friend,
I
I have a
just-
friend
Oh,
going
man,
down.
you gotta do a Cuba fucking
Fist bump.
podcast.
Yeah, we have a friend coming down,
I
going
haven't-
doon to Cuba. He's going to pick us up some Cubans.
Well, you're
Dude, I
American.
haven't-
You should go to fucking Cuba.
I
dude.
want to go, dude. I looked into it.
You're
It's not-
American too now.
You're not taking fucking microphone. Yeah, I am. I'm just telling the guy with the microphone.
No, but
not
they're
me.
really good microphones. I can just plug into
Doesn't
my phone.
matter, dude. Yeah, exactly. Just fucking go there and do a podcast with Cubans. What?
I'm thinking about it. I looked into it. It's not that difficult, but the only thing is, like, you're not allowed to hang out on beaches. You have to do stuff that's like cultural. I looked into it.
I'll do stuff that's
told you
cultural if we
that?
could go to another
No,
country.
no, you can do whatever you want, man.
2 for 2. bro.
Anyways,
we looked into it.
The only thing that I thought about was cool was the truck thing was that it was driving itself, and I feel like that's cool.
Yeah, but there have been like Uber, like not Uber, but Google cars that have been driving. Like that, I
Yeah,
saw it,
that's
I
the
was
thing.
like, eh.
It's been going on. It's been going on in like California. I think the Uber cars have been in like 3 accidents. Not their fault.
I think it was one actually.
No, they've been in more than one. It's just
That-
One that was their fault. That is.
yeah. Oh, one that. Okay, yeah.
Any other little last minute tidbits out there? Anyone? Because if not, we have a contest to get through.
Can we smoke a cigarette before the contest?
No, because the contest is going to take 5 minutes, and then we're pretty much done.
I got a penis you could smoke.
So we're gonna let. We're gonna let.
Penis you can smoke. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I have
You-
no
you
idea
should-
what that
you-
means.
you
I
should
really have
let
no
me say
idea.
it
I have no idea.
What
Because
about the penis?
how do
you
I
just
light
smoke
it?
long-
Do I light
How
it?
do you say
do
that?
I light it? Do
when
I
it's
light it?
nothing but guys in here.
Do I light it from the balls?
Because
Like,
Lucas
is it-
already knows
Honestly,
how
I would
Camilo
love to
acts.
see you light his balls on fire. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
because the balls have been your like the number thing we've been watching
Yeah,
the whole fucking
seriously.
thing. By the way,
So I'm gonna grab the hat up there, and we're gonna let Camilo do it. We're gonna pick a name, and
Yeah.
that's the person who is
Yeah,
going to get.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, actually, I have no idea how to do this, but
You're just gonna pick it. Let me go.
yeah.
This is for the
I have no
the week,
idea how to pick a name out of
the
a hat.
yearly subscription to the Week magazine from the iTunes thing we ran. Piece of paper.
He's getting a little gray now. And Camilo
Yeah, but
is...
surprisingly, the beautiful man is getting gray in the right area.
Oh God! I figured it's that one.
So I say it out loud,
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. or Mrs. JWU 0731.
Laz, I think that's a friend of yours.
Run!
I don't have any idea who the fuck that is.
No, I think because if you go here, it says JWU0731. That's probably you, dickhead. Amazing podcast, nothing like the monkeys. Is that you?
Hell no, it's not me.
All right, so they wrote your name in there, Laz, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So that's your fucking friend. So we're going to give you 2 weeks to figure out who it is. And if not, we're going to draw another name.
Give him 2 days. Give him
2 days?
Give me fucking
So you-
5 hours. I'll
so-
find out who the fuck it is. Not
Give-
even. Like, give me
you
an
know
hour.
what? You know what?
Should we
Give
run
me
a-
give him
We
5
have till
hours.
next episode.
Give him
All right,
5
well-
hours and you get a little fucking little extra minute to the podcast and we're like, hey, by the way, fucking douchebag over here, vote for yourself. So we got a real one.
I don't have my name in the hat.
I like to
but
pay for
put
my own subscription.
my own review in there. So, all right. So, Laz, you're going to have to figure out who that is, man. That's all up to you.
JW what?
Piece of shit.
JWU0731. September 25th, 2016. They put in. It's probably you.
It's not me, dude. That's not me at all.
Did you review us at all on iTunes?
I did review, but it wouldn't be that.
So what did you fucking say?
I would be like, we're fucking amazing because we are. I don't,
no, but here, let's go.
This is the thing. Lasner has like 7 podcasts that he has to deal with.
it's
So
true.
he has
But
no.
this one was not the
he has
Hold on,
No,
there's 3
you
more
were.
we didn't know
It's not
about?
you, baby. It's not you. It's
Laz,
me, baby.
if you reviewed us,
Yeah.
I did, but how
this
would you?
has to be fucking you.
Yeah, it's
Well,
you.
but I don't understand. Was it
It's-
JW
it's
is what
not
they gave
you,
me
it's
as a name?
It's not you, it's me, baby.
It put Laz in as the person. It says by day J. Like I reviewed us, I put us in there, and I said, "Great, informative podcast, honest and funny, 5 stars." By by the Unsilenced. Yours says Laz, 5 stars by JWU0731.
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
Bro,
like a
how
month
do
ago?
you not fucking remember this shit?
We've done 10 podcasts.
No,
with-
how do you not remember putting in your own review? Is my question.
I put my review in. I don't
Okay,
remember
so
what I put in.
Obviously,
I think you
I
should
feel
give
like
it,
this is you.
I think you should
I
give it,
review all the time
You should-
about a lot of things.
you have to give it to the gang.
I'm going to bring the
he-
computer over to you. Let's see if you recognize this.
He reviews
over
the
you.
other
Get the fuck out of
podcast
here.
he's
I'm
in.
tired of your shit.
Over you.
But
What?
that says July Wednesday the 31st,
You're an
dude.
idiot. All right, we're going
All
to
right,
pick
that does-
another one.
you're
What
saying
a
like
cock brat
JW.
you are. All right, do you want to pick one more?
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
gonna pick one more. How many people? How many are in there? How the fuck did we choose?
Oh no!
It's Camilo.
Jean-Marc.
Who's that?
Jean-Marc. He's the DJ at Hakkasan.
Okay, we'll take him.
Shout out to Jean-Marc.
Shout out to Jean-Marc. So I'm gonna have to get his address. I'm pretty good friends with him. He's a pretty good DJ. So all right, cool. So I guess that's it. Jean-Marc.
Shout out Jean-Marc. You win. You win.
5
Jean-Marc.
years of magazines.
5 years. You're an idiot. So anyway, any other last minute thoughts or beef or stories or anything?
See you next week.
Yeah.
If I'm invited. Thank you for inviting me for the first time.
Next week
is awesome.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
The first time.
First time.
He just walked in. He killed it.
Yeah, he did kill it.
Startled me a little bit.
All right, well, fucking A, I guess that's pretty much it. Camilo, thanks for fucking No-Show-Camilo made it finally.
Thank you for inviting me, by
Yeah,
the way.
whatever.
Thank you for the
Fuck
commission.
you.
It's bullshit, you know.
Ricky's
Finally.
going to be here next week. We'll probably
Hopefully.
talk a little football, I would imagine. Laz's favorite topic. So anyway, that's pretty much it
Because
because
he
he said
said
so.
so.
Boom.